Hello, everyone, and welcome to Random Number Generation, the GDQ Hotfix show about randomizers, randomizer adjacent content, and the wonderful community that surrounds the different versions of randomizer we have. I'm Sky Bills, your host, and it is wonderful to have everyone here. It is episode 136, Super Kaizo Ironmon with Salty Dolphin. Salty Dolphin, I just want to extend out a big welcome here. Is this your first time at GDQ Hotfix?
This is my first time doing GDQ anything, actually. I have never attended a GDQ. I never thought I'd be a part of GDQ because I do challenge runs, but this wonderful segment means I get to be a part of it, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we love our randomizers and we love our challenge run here. So speaking of which, this is, again, Super Kaizo Ironmon. We've had Kaizo Ironmon before, but this is the first time we've ever had Super Kaizo Ironmon on. We're going to have plenty of time to chat. So Salty, if you want to get started, I'm sure we have some labs to get through.
We do have some labs to get through. If you're not familiar with Ironmon in particular, this is, well, pretty much the most unfair Pokemon challenge that exists. And with the super version of that, we've cranked it up to 11. The main difference is, if you're familiar with Kaizo versus Super, Super is going to have Smart AI on all of the trainers, and it has some other rules spread out here and there throughout the game to make certain gym leaders and certain checkpoints a lot harder as well. But we're not going to waste too much time. We're going to jump right into it because I would really like to at least fight Brock during this segment. So we're going to, as you can see, there's some shortcuts that we have to speed up the process. I'm going to be choosing the ball that the tracker that's on screen for you that picks for us. We're going to be choosing that. Everything is random in this challenge, including the Pokemon we choose at the very beginning of the game. You'll notice, if you're familiar with Pokemon, this is a Walrein. Walrein is a huge Pokemon, very high BST. That BST is that number we're going to be looking at the most. That is going to be right under the speed stat on the tracker you see next to my webcam. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way, whatever. That is the higher that number is, the better. And that is going to help us hopefully get a Pokemon with a good stat spread. This Pokemon, I'm just going to say it, kind of sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and use this Pokemon to get out of the lab and hopefully find a new one. Another thing about Kaizo you'll notice is the rival here is going to be level 8. I am, oh my god, Imprison actually went off. That's kind of crazy. I'm level 5. We can only gain XP from trainers, and the trainers have a 50% level increase. So a Pokemon that's level 10 in vanilla is going to be level 15 in this version of the game. A Pokemon that's level 20 in vanilla will be level 30 in this version of the game, so on and so forth. It's really funny to see Imprison go off. Imprison is a move that only works if they actually share a move with us, and we actually have the move Hail, which is why that went off, which is really funny, but okay. We're out of the lab. First seed of the GDQ segment. We are going to be speeding up this segment, just a heads up, because this is the portion of the game where we're going to be looking for a brand new Pokemon. The brand new Pokemon is the Pokemon that we hope can lead us all the way to Brock. Thanks for all the dolphins in the chat. You guys are the best. Absolute legends. So we're going to be using some speed up here to hopefully find a Pokemon that is worth something. This is can be the most time-consuming part of the challenge. Route 1 has 2 Pokemon. Route 22 has 3 Pokemon. Route 2 has 4 Pokemon. And Viridian Forest has 5 Pokemon. Now, much like Nuzlocke, I can only catch 1 Pokemon per route, but it doesn't have to be the first Pokemon I see. Okay? So I can keep encountering Pokemon until I find one that I like and then go for it from there. The reason I don't really believe in this Walrein is because of the moveset. The spread, the way the stats are distributed is actually pretty solid. We have good bulk, defense and SPDF are pretty good. HP is very solid, but our attack is not where I want it to be. Normally at level 8, I'm looking for 22-ish attack and up. The only things I'm allowed to buy are Pokeballs and Repels. And I don't really like my moves on this Walrein either. So we're going to be looking for, like I said, a Pokemon with that high BST, preferably good typing, but that's not everything. and we'll go from there. Tank meta, yeah. Oh my god, a non-shiny Geodude. Amazing. So fast. We're moving super, super fast. But yeah, nice. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I noticed no, you're fine. I noticed a lot of chat was talking about how you got out of the lab the first time. That is not indicative of how this usually goes, y'all.
Yes. Roughly, like, we've run stats on it before. About 30% of runs escape the lab. Needle Arm did 9 damage. So I have this built-in little, like, damage calculator here in my tracker. That's not very good damage. So we're gonna keep looking, because one thing that is nice about this Walrein is it's fast. So we can actually find Pokemon pretty quickly with them, which is nice. Yeah, this is the community mod with the quality of life stuff, GL. And one thing I'm going to be doing too is, like, when I'm running through this grass, is you'll notice I might not check every encounter. That's because some encounters are like rare encounters. So what I'm doing is I'm just checking like the most common ones, and then I'm seeing if there's any like good BST Pokemon available, and moving on from there. So far, Hariyama is the best BST Pokemon we've seen so far. And its special attack wasn't very good, so I'm a little hesitant to catch him. Here we go. Flareon. Everybody loves evolutions. That is a good Pokemon. That is 525 BST, and Fire type is my favorite type to run in this challenge. That is for...
So,
go ahead.
What is your name for evolutions? Everybody's got them.
I have a name for each of them. I have for Umbreon, it's Dumbreon. Flareon is Chipotleon. Vaporeon is Curseon. Jolteon is Poggyon. And Espeon is Blespeon.
Oh, chat wants Bob.
That's the classic pie special, the Bob. That is the classic pie special, Bob. Yeah, I name it Chipotleon. Flareon has been very good to me in this challenge. It's kind of like a good luck Pokemon. It was the first Pokemon that ever got me to the Safari Zone, which is a pretty relevant part of this challenge. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to look for this Flareon at level 8. It can be a range from 5, 6, and 8. And we're going to look for it at level 8 is what we want. Now, it's important to know in Ironmon, you cannot grind wild Pokemon. That is not something you can do in this challenge. So catching at the highest available level is very, very important. Because that first bug catcher, he's not friendly. He has got 2 level 9 Pokemon, and since it is a randomized challenge, they can be any Pokemon. They could be Rayquaza, it could be Mewtwo, it can be anything under the sun. Okay, so we found our guy here. Do a quick scout here. High jump kick misses. All right, I'm just going to throw a ball, and hopefully it's good. Because I think what's going to happen here, if this Flareon isn't good, we're going to go catch the Hariyama. If Hariyama isn't good, we're probably just going to have to reset and go back to the lab.
So how many seeds have you roughly played of Super Kaizo, Salty? I
have 23,300 attempts officially. Oh, that's going to do double damage. All right, we're going to run. We don't want to die oh, I actually have the Forest Nurse. That's right. If I die in the wild, that counts. There's no like mulligan there. If I die in the wild, that's it. I have to go back. So we need to dodge that guillotine. That is very scary. That is a move that will just KO me in one shot. So I just need this Pokemon to cooperate and get in the ball for me. It should be a 33% chance to catch any Pokemon if they're at full HP. So we got a little unlucky there.
I do want to let folks know that also includes poison damage.
Yes.
In the wild, yes.
Correct. Healed, yo. He remembered, yeah, I remember the nurse in the forest. I normally don't play with the nurse on the forest, but I have it on for the GDQ segment to save a bit of time because we only have 3 hours to try and get to Brock. And that's all I really want from this is I really would like to get to Brock to show you just how brutal this challenge really, really is. Because Brock normally in regular Pokemon is like a really easy trainer for the most part, anyway. In this, he's one of the hardest. If not, like, he's a top 10 hardest trainer in this challenge.
Yeah, we'll see if and when you get to Brock, maybe we can run a prediction before Brock.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. One thing is nice.
The Star Fox theme for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I always play the Star Fox music. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what you were saying?
One thing that's really cool about this Flareon is it has extra sensory. This is a very strong move in this challenge. It's got 30 PP and it does 80 power of damage. Psychic type coverage isn't like the best, but like it's still very, very powerful in its own right. Yeah, instead of having two Pokemon, that was a level 8 Flareon. I was watching the chat. Okay, it came back. It's fine.
There you go.
It's fine. All right, because it has Guillotine, I'm just going to chuck a ball. 33, don't let me down. Let's go. There we go.
Hey, that good marathon luck, so to speak. And, every Ironmon runner has superstitions. I assume that has to do with your name here, too.
I'm going to name this GDQ Eon. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
For good luck.
I like that.
All right, so we get a big reveal here. This is a sort of a mixed attacker. The speed is a bit low, but I do like the bulk on this, actually. I do like the bulk on this. We're a little slow, but I think this can work. So I'm going to slow it back down here. Give the team to get us back on game volume here. I'm going to go ahead and send this. I think this is the Pokemon we're going to use here. We have two good moves. We have High Jump Kick and Extra Sensory. High Jump Kick, of course, has it's a little scary to use. It can miss and we deal damage to ourselves, but fighting type coverage is still good. And this is exactly why right here. Okay, so he's going to be faster than us. One thing I can do on the tracker is I can actually notate Pokemon, like their speed. Like here, like his attack stats seemed pretty okay. Defense seemed fairly low. And because I think he should be in a range where we're good, we're not going to risk the miss here. I think Extra Sensory should be good enough to pick up now.
I love how chat picked up on like the one thing we don't want to see right now, and that's a Sableye. Chat, don't speak it into existence.
Yeah,
come on.
I am running this knowing the risk that we could run into Sableye, but that is risk taken, money making. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. I mean, it's the same thing with Shedinja here. Like, it's the same idea.
Exactly. Ooh, okay. So this is pretty bad. What are my heals again? Let's take a look here. So I have a Moo Moo Milk, a Lemonade, and a Potion. Remember, I can't buy heals from the Pokemon Center, but I can use the ones I find on the ground. I think what I'm going to opt to do here is maybe just throw some guillotines and try and preserve those heals. Because heals are too important. All right, we missed one. All right. And he's dealing 9. We roll it. We roll the dice.
You roll the dice here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow, Salty.
Ah, dang. Right, that's
come
fine.
on.
That's going to cost us a heal. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I was excited, though, to possibly see you get rewarded for your match.
If we miss 3 guillotines in a row, then it wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Oh, come on. What are you doing, Flareon? Help me out here.
Please.
For the hype. Well, I don't think it was meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Right.
No.
We're going to keep trying. We're going to use one more potion, but I'm not going to use the other heal. I refuse to use the other heal. Because this either just had way too high of special defense. I could have tried Fury Attack. That was the other option here. But Fury Attack is 15 power, and it can miss, and it's just bad. So
I'm going to use the Ether here.
Nope, because we got it. All right.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We out.
All right. Good stuff.
That's all right. It cost us both of our heals, which wasn't ideal. But we still have a third. And as long as we have one heal for Brock, I feel like we could potentially beat him. So we're going to keep going. Yeah, that Scyther just had way too high of special defense to really like just spam Extra Sensory. Like the way I saw it there was it was either use Extra Sensory and guarantee use 2 heals or use Guillotine and potentially use none. That's the way I saw it. Granted, I could have been absolutely punished there and none of the guillotines hit, but luckily we didn't get punished.
Chad also noted that you were intimidated.
Yes.
during the last one. So Fury Attack would have also not been. Oh, speaking of which, there it
got
is.
another one.
I'm sorry for speaking that one into existence.
Okay.
I'll take the my bad on that one.
That's all right.
Salty.
That's all right. We have, well, look at that.
Okay,
Even though we're
all right.
intimidated, some good luck comes our way. Let's go. How about that?
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Unfortunately, one of the downsides about the evolutions is that Salty won't get another move until 16. So I believe it's 8, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, and then 23. So the evolutions do have very high BST and all that good stuff, but their main drawback is the gaps in which they learn moves. So does the Forest Nurse heal poison? No, she does not. We actually didn't take any damage there, and as mentioned before, Extra Sensory has just a buttload of PP. So I can fight this trainer without having to heal here.
Nice, nice. Salty trying to absolutely maximize the time here on Hotfix. I love that.
Yeah, well, I really would just like to attempt Brock. That's all I care about. I just want to attempt Brock, not even beat him. I just want to at least attempt them. Ooh, that looks close. I'm just going to hit Extra Sensory again. Ooh, that's bad. Poison, critical hit. Okay, he didn't get the poison proc. That was a 30% chance for us to get poisoned there. And we got a crit, so we did not have to worry about a roll. Very good. Shuckle does not give good XP. If I refer to something as like good or bad XP yield, one thing we definitely want to see, oh my gosh, that's not good. We want to see Pokemon that yield high amounts of XP, but easy enough to defeat. So you want that balance. Oh, we got the Flitch back. All right, let's go. We're just hitting Extra Sensory and we're just rolling. We're rolling the dice here. Break out the ruler. Yeah. Sometimes I literally have to bust out a ruler. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to trust my bulk here. Like I said, I want to hold on to this heal for Brock. We have a super effective move, and we outsped here, so that's really good. And it's one hit KO. Let's go. Nice. Very good, very good, very good.
Very good.
All right, so we are one level away from a new move. I would say there's a high possibility we learn it, but there are a lot of trash moves that exist. So we're really, really hoping that we roll a good one, especially because Fury Attack is next to useless. So we really want a move that can, just help our super effective coverage more than anything. Being that we're a pretty, a lot bulkier of a Pokemon, our damage isn't extremely high. A move that would just improve our super effective coverage is ideal here. So fire, electric, ground, it doesn't really matter here, to be honest. Ghost. We could take a lot of moves here. Fire Punch, that would be ideal. That would be awesome. Flamethrower, even better. Okay, this is bad. Psychic Pokemon Wallace, pretty darn hard. I will open Fury Attack just to see how much it does. We have a little bit of a level gap going on right now. Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
I would have really appreciated a miss there. Okay, we only hit 2 times, which is nice. This thing is really fast. So we're going to just rip a Guillotine here because the way Bide works is he's going to dish out the damage I deal to him double back to me. So this turn, I'm just going to hit Guillotine. If it hits, it hits. It does. All right, very good. Sometimes lucky.
Very
Let's
nice.
go.
I'll take it.
Yep.
That is, by the way, this is a great moveset for GDQ because you have like that kind of gambling, like high roller with Guillotine, but you also have Extra Sensory. It's quite the moveset here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we rolled not a good move. Flatter is not quite it, but
Yeah, that's a tough one. I never know. I wouldn't know in that situation, if I'm being honest, whether or not to put Flatter over Fury Attack for Shedinja and Sableye, or whether or not to keep the Fury Attack. It's a tough call.
I think with Flatter, if I run into Sableye, I'm losing anyway. Is kind of my logic. So we're just gonna move on from that.
Yeah, it is technically shed coverage, chat. That's true, but I think Salty's trying to have like a better matchup against more Pokemon, and Fury Attack, it is nice to have a normal attack there for sure.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that. All right, we might actually get a really early Brock attempt, which is awesome. Because we are at the stage of the forest where we should have an advantage. We're level 17. The next trainer is going to be level 14. That will potentially put us close to 18, and we'll have a level lead on everything except Brock.
Somebody asked, why is Sableye such a problem? It's because Sableye is, I believe, it's Dark Ghost.
It is Dark Ghost type, so right now it is a bad problem for our specific moveset. It's normally not a Pokemon that's like an issue. It's very low BST, but for our particular moveset, it's not very, it would just mean we lose.
Yeah. So a lot of immunities for folks who doesn't know like what Dark and Ghost can do. So for example, because of the Dark aspect, can't use extrasensory on it because Dark type is immune to Psychic, and then the rest is all physical attacks, and those can't hit Ghost. So you have that double immunity going on with the set. Salty, I have to admit, I thought this Mon was going to be kind of with the speed, but you are teaching me that speed isn't everything. I mean, I've run about 10K of regular Kaizo Ironmon seats myself, and it never had occurred to me that there are ways in which you can make up for speed.
Speed is good. Don't get me wrong. Speed is very good and very important, and you want to outspeed your opponent. It does give you an advantage, but this Pokemon has strengths in other places. Like my special defense is 58 at level 17, which is very high. That is very high special defense. Like I can eat water moves. Like it's not like all day, but I can take them, respectively.
Someone asked, how come low BST Pokemon are less scary than high BST? So because that is the base stat total, there's just going to be better numbers on the higher BST. Like that is the most basic way I can describe that. So you're going to see numbers that are off the charts. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, a Pokemon with higher BST just has more stats to work with. And because in Ironmon, the stats are redistributed randomly, it is, they have a higher chance of being good. Realistically, because of this challenge and its nature, like I was just live before being on GDQ. The only things I could buy from Marts, by the way, is Pokeball and Repels. I don't know if I covered that. Before, I was just live on my channel, and anybody in chat from my channel can tell you, we just did 6.5 hours, and I got nowhere. I got literal nowhere. You want to roll Pokemon with the high BST Pokemon have just a higher chance of doing well, or having a stat spread that is workable, because we will find a lot of Pokemon that are really, really bad.
Yes, by the way, if you are not following Salty already, please go to twitch.tv/saltydolphin and drop a follow. And honestly, why would you not want to? First of all, look at these cute dolphin emotes. They're so cute. Here, I'll drop a few in chat here if people haven't seen them.
The dolphin dumpers have been going crazy, so.
But no, Salty is a really, really chill person to watch, despite, I know somebody might look at Salty's name and be like, oh yeah, does that mean, no. Salty, despite the name, is one of the most chill people I've seen on stream, despite how difficult Ironmon is and how frustrating it can be at times.
Oh my gosh, the spam is crazy. Yeah. We keep it chill. I know like all streamers say that, but we keep it chill,
Yeah,
it's a good time.
You do.
It's chill. We play Pokemon. I do like some other Nintendo stuff too, but this is the main bread and butter for sure.
And we were talking before, Salty is going to be doing some competitive Pokemon very soon, actually, now that release date has been shown by Nintendo. You said you started earlier at doubles in competitive Pokemon?
Yeah. I've been playing competitive Pokemon for a very long time, so the Pokemon Champions release is pretty exciting for me. Yeah, absolutely. Doubles is the official format, so that's what I do. I know a lot of people are like used to single battles, but I do the double battle format. Okay, this is where we would normally run a prediction for Brock. We are officially making it to Brock. I guess I should have maybe mentioned, we are backtracking for the rival. He has 2 level 14, so he's like the hardest trainer before Brock, and that's why we save him for last. So if Sky, you mentioned a quick like 1-2 minute Gamba on Brock. If you're new to the Ironmon, hit down. Hitting down is always safe, trust me.
Yeah, you'll get your orbs that way.
Yeah, hitting down is always safe, so.
How wild would it be to get Brock on the first seed that you've done here on GDQ.
I know.
Especially on Super Kaizo. Especially on Super Kaizo.
Well, that's part of the reason I actually ran this Flareon. Bulky Pokemon have a better time through the forest than like glass cannons, and this Flareon's bulky, and I've had good luck with this Pokemon in the past, so I'm trusting her.
Salty. So. Can you give your spiel? We just hit the prediction. I like hearing the Salty spiel.
Oh, you mean the if you're following the channel thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that when we beat Liam. I'll do that when we beat
Okay.
Liam. Don't worry.
All right. I feel like it doesn't feel like one of your classic attempts without that, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right before, after we defeat Liam. So one thing that's important to know about Ironmon, when it comes to the gyms or caves or anything like that, these are dungeons. Dungeons essentially mean I can only enter once. So in this case, the gym, I have to defeat Liam and Brock in order to leave the said dungeon. Mount Moon is like the next dungeon that would be coming up. Same thing, I can't leave at any point, so I can't use the Pokemon Center in between the fights like we've been doing through the forest. That was kind of a pretty poor explanation, but essentially I gotta beat this all in one shot. I cannot use the Pokemon Center in between, is like the main gist of that. I'm just gonna be waiting on this prediction, then we're gonna full send it. I'm gonna take a quick stock of what I have here. We have the one big heal. We have a way to get PP back, but that shouldn't be an issue here. We have plenty of PP. Hopefully we land our guillotines when we need to, if we see another Scyther, and and we'll go from there. Brock or Andros? Yeah, on my stream we call Brock Andros because I'm a big Star Fox fan, but you know.
Gotcha. I like doing the old Pinball Black Knight 2K theme.
Oh, yeah?
I like that song. It's fun. And then, what is it? DGR Dave does Rolling Start from Daytona.
DGR is like, he's so funny. Okay.
Rolling Start.
All right, we got Numel. Don't have super effective coverage for him, so we probably don't one-shot. Yeah, but we're going to take like 2 damage. Wow. Critical hit. This guy hit me for 5. All right, give me a good roll here. Now in Pokemon, there's such things as called damage rolls, which is like kind of annoying. But essentially, when I hit a Pokemon with a move and it does 50%, it's not guaranteed it does 50% the next time. It could do a little bit less. It could be a little bit more, so on and so forth. So when I say that, that's what that means. Ooh, wow. So this Lapras has a lot of defense. That
is a meaty Lapras. Wow.
Yeah, so Lapras has more BST than us. So like we're essentially like the same level, realistically. That's like where BST really comes in. Oh my goodness. Okay, this thing is just all chonk, but it has no attacking stats. Okay, so we're gonna just work it down slowly. Just gonna work it down slowly because we're not really too threatened by its damage. Oh no, what is it chewing on?
No. What do you got?
Okay. I think Extra Sensory is a clean pickup here, so we're just gonna use Extra Sensory, pick it up. Ugh, okay, if I get crit here, I'm getting punished. Okay, cool.
No.
Oh, what the?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
all right.
What the heck?
Not a good Liam fight. Not a good Liam fight at all. We're gonna have to probably heal on Brock's first Pokemon here, but the good news is we're alive, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's a first seed Brock on GDQ on Super Kaizo, Salty.
Yeah,
like,
we'll take it. So a little bit of punish there. You know, if I missed high jump kick, like, we would have been dead, I guess, but. All right, here we go. If you're on GDQ and you're having a really good time, I want you to spam your favorite dancing emotes while we fight the big man, Meanie Brock. Here we go. Let's get it. I usually do a longer spiel than that, but it's, yeah.
We still had to have some, you know.
You know what to do. You know what to do. All right, here we go. Rattata. Okay. This is a really low BST Pokemon. This is a very good opportunity for us to hopefully get a heal in without getting punished. Now, one thing to note about Ironmon, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, is I can only heal in battle. I cannot heal like outside of battle because it would have been obviously smarter to heal before fighting Brock, but I'm not allowed to do that actually. Wow, this Rattata's fast. Okay, well, it's faster than me, which is...
Look at all those dolphin dumpers in chat. I'm proud of you, Salty community.
All right, there's one down. He's got a full team of 6. They're all level 18 except one is level 21.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
There's the ace.
Is that the ace?
That is the ace. Immediately, this could be bad. Okay, we actually outsped.
Okay.
And it's down. All right.
The ace is down.
Look at that.
All right.
Easy money. Very good.
Nice.
2 down.
We love this.
All right, 4 Pokemon to go. Ooh, that is a scary Pokemon.
That is
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so extreme speed always goes first. It's priority. It's 80 power. Okay, it does exactly 10.
Okay.
Please show me a 2-hit KO on E-Sense here. That's not a 2-hit KO. Well, I'm going to go ahead and commit to this. I just hope we don't eat a crit from this Flygon in the meantime. This is a very high... I'll shut
You
up.
spoke that one. That was not me. Let the record show I am not responsible for what just happened there, chat.
It is what it is, man. And it is what it is. So our best shot at beating Brock now is if he has what we call the baby Brock. And that means him having nothing but babies here on out. Flygon has very high BST. He's a scary Pokemon. We get an extra level, though. The ace is down.
Okay.
But now we have Parasect. Okay. I feel confident that this shouldn't be able to one-shot me. It's pretty low BST. Okay, well, and we're back.
Well, that is called crit happens, you know?
Yeah.
You spoke those crits right into existence.
I did. And that's what happens. So the only reason I talked about potentially being confident that I could live a hit there is because I thought about using Guillotine. But I was like, I'll see if I can't get like an extrasensory crit or flinch, and because relying on extrasensory is not very fun. So anyway, that was a first seed Brock that I was actually low-key worried that we might not even see Brock. But we got to him on the very first seed of the day. That's why they call me the GOAT. Anyway, that's why they literally call me the GOAT.
What did Pi used to say? 87.5 the GOAT.
I don't know.
He used to say that kind of thing during Mafia.
Oh yeah. That's his screen name on Mafia. Yeah. What are the favorites?
Yeah.
Umbreon, Snorlax, and I think Chansey.
What determines those favorites? Are those your actual favorites or?
These are my favorites from stream, so I'm just carrying them over today. I thought about asking GDQ chat what their favorite Pokemon was and just picking the best ones that chat says.
I love Kingdra. That is usually what I like to see during any kind of Kaizo Ironmon.
Kingdra is very, very good.
I happen to know that there's some folks in chat who very much love Snorlax. I know there's some Snorlax fans in chat.
Oh yeah, Snorlax is a fan favorite for sure.
Gas.
Oh, that's what I named this guy. Yeah. So
That.
I have a couple of custom sprites when I play this game, and we give Shelgon wheels in my game. So that's why I name him Gas, because he's a speedy boy. Yeah, there's the emotes right there. Yeah. Okay, this is a 4-star Shelgon. The star thing, by the way, is just a fun little way for like new viewers to kind of know like what is considered like a good Pokemon, what's considered a bad Pokemon. This Shelgon is actually good for a Shelgon, which is why it has the 4-star rating. But it's not something I would probably use just because it's lower BST. You guys got spoiled our very first seed of the day we got in the lab, but now you're really seeing just how reset heavy this is now.
The true Ironmon experience,
Yes.
TM.
Yes. And
That's all right, though. We'll keep you company through this.
oh wow, look at that.
What?
Scyther?
What is that? What is that table? What the heck?
Oh shoot, okay.
What?
So this is a fun little interaction. So we always follow what the tracker tells me to go, and it's telling me to go left here. Groudon is a legendary Pokemon and thus banned in the challenge. Anything 600 BST and up is banned. That includes all legendaries as well. In this situation, I actually just get to choose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Scizor to fight the Scyther because I don't want to. Because I do not want to fight Groudon. So
Not Blastburn. What is it called?
Rock
What
Slide
is it called when you're like immune to fire?
Oh, Flash Fire. Flash Fire.
Flash fire. Yeah.
He came with a burn heal.
That's funny. Yeah, one of the dreams is seeing a flash fire Caesar. It's the same thing with the with like the thunder absorb Gyarados.
Yeah, volt absorb Gyarados, flash fire Scizor, levitate Jolteon. These are the mythical creatures that you want to find. Absolutely. This Scyther is very especially bulky again, so we're gonna go ahead and lower his stats on the special defense side there, and hopefully we can actually start chunking him.
I actually won with one of these quote-unquote myth Pokemon. I had a, I think it's, I don't know if it's Milotic or Melodic. I always forget the pronunciation.
Potato,
but anyways,
tomato.
Exactly. But anyways, it had Drizzle, and one of my moves was Thunder.
Oh, that's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that was the mod I won with. But I always said that move worked both ways. If I got Thundered, I was probably dead. So there was that.
Scyther was holding superpower there. One thing with Smart AI, when they have a move that lowers stats like that, like a Psycho Boost or a superpower, they don't tend to use them unless we're in kill range. So the moment I saw superpower, I kind of assumed it was over. So.
Now, how many times did you win regular Kaizo?
In Fire Red, I actually only did it twice, but I was the first person to do it. So, you know, that's...
were you now?
That sounds like... That counts for something, which was with Charizard.
I didn't know.
So if I see Charizard, I might pop off, just a heads up. We do love Charizard.
I think I may have been number 4 or 5. I was somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
you were
10.
one of the first... You were definitely in the first, like, couple for sure. I remember.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead.
I almost got a second win.
We're gonna,
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was gonna say I was gonna opt for the Sweet Kiss over the Powder Snow here because it was very unlikely Powder Snow killed Dragonite, even though it had a quad weakness to it. Status moves like Confusion and Burn and that kind of stuff is very strong in the lab because you don't have any like levels or experience or anything like that yet. We'll level over Dragonite, so what I'm doing is I'm picking the Pokemon that the tracker picks for me, the little like tooltip thingy next to my webcam. I'm not sure which direction it is. But whatever that says I pick, I have to pick that Pokeball. Everything in this challenge is random, even the Pokemon, like even the starting Pokemon.
Someone said, in Super, what's the furthest you've gotten? Somewhere in the Elite Four.
Yes.
Right, Salty?
I have been to the Elite Four 3 times in 23,000 attempts, which, gosh, just saying that makes me laugh. But yeah, I made it to Bruno's final Pokemon, which he is the second member of the Elite Four. Really, Togepi? Are you really not going to let me out? All right. That's
cool. Come on.
And we're back. And one thing that's really cool about this challenge too, this is my favorite part about the challenge, is if let's say like I pick up a Rhyhorn on this table again, the Rhyhorn is going to have a brand new stat spread and a brand new move set. So like every time you lose a seed of Ironmon, you can't use the information that you've gained from the previous seed. Like it's just all brand new information, and that's what makes it so difficult. Okay, so everything is allowed in the lab, so I'm actually going to be holding on to this item here. This is a focus band. It gives me a small percentage chance of living on 1 HP if I were to take lethal damage. But once I'm out of the lab, I am no longer allowed to use this item. Everything goes in the lab. So, nature, yeah. Show me a freeze here. No? Okay. Let's try again. Okay, never mind. Heat wave. I should have used Heat Wave for the fans there. I should have. I'm sorry. I should have used Heat Wave for the fans. I apologize.
Somebody said say the line, Salty.
Yeah, Freeze was our better out there. That's why I opted for it over Heat Wave. So, all right, so we're team right. Ooh, we get to fight a Ditto. Oh, but we're a Mudkip. Okay. Yeah, come on, Mudkip. You're better than this. Come on. I'm also naming the Pokemon very quickly because I want to like show off this challenge as much as possible. Sometimes I give them much better nicknames, but Mudkip, he's a dog. We're naming him Dog.
Dog? What?
He's a dog. Yeah, we've already actually seen Brock, Greg. Yeah. How do evolutions work in this challenge? Evolutions are random, but what's cool about them is the evolution will be around the BST of the vanilla evolution. So right here, I'm showing on the tracker here. Like Mudkip has a very high chance of evolving into like Crocodile, for instance, because his vanilla evolution is Marshtomp, which has the same BST as Crocodile, or at least very close. But what's a horse? Mudkip is also part horse. Dude, I like how he got the poison first try, by the way, and I did not, so. 50 subs and we get the Misty? Oh my goodness, okay. We gotta lock in, I gotta lock in, chat. So we've done 9 attempts and only 1 has gotten out of the lab, so that is just how brutal this can be. And this lab fight is very equivalent to what that first bug catcher fight looks like a lot of the time. So we got very lucky. We got insanely lucky to get a Brock very first seed of the day.
They got spoiled is what they got.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Step it up. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Did it with immunity? Probably. That's probably what it was. I think Dragon Claw should be stronger on average here. Horn Attack is Stab. I don't know if I've mentioned what Stab is, but Stab is short for Same Type Attack Bonus, which is something that is very, very good in this challenge. So if you're a Fire type and use a Fire type move, you get a bonus because you share the type of the move. So if I say the word Stab, it's in reference to that. Yo, J Hollow with the raid. Homie right there. Oh boy. Would have really liked Pinsir or Sceptile there versus a Minun, but that's okay. Pinsir is 500 BST, Sceptile is 530 BST, Minun only 405, but Minun does have the best typing of the 3. So, yo, thank you, Topaz. Stab Silverwind. Okay. So all I'm trying to do is get a confusion here. We know we're not going to win in terms of a damage race, so I'm just opting for the secondary effect of Dizzy Punch to try and get confusion there. Unlucky. That's okay. Yeah, we saw Brock immediately, but we'll go. No joke with the Pinsir. Oh, sorry. Pinsir, I barely know her.
What?
Gotta say, oh my goodness, Rapidash, actual Rapidash.
So do you typically tell this many like quote unquote dad jokes on stream?
A little bit. I mean, it really depends. Like there's some jokes that are just good fallbacks. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes you're getting lab locked like this. So if you see a Pinsir and see, and you just tell the joke, you know, it kind of helps, you know, not remind you how rough you're having it, kind of dude. Salty is chat's dad. I can be. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like every Pokemon is putting us right at 50%, which is so annoying because as I mentioned with those damage rolls earlier, ooh, we got ourselves a Loafer, which means he can only attack every other turn. We might have a small chance of getting out here. Not that I'm sure we really want to with a Paris, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, this is one of those mons that can seems to die in the grass more often than not.
Yeah. Yeah, we have very low speed. We have a lot of weaknesses. So this is a Pokemon I wouldn't mind, you know, kicking the bucket in the lab, but we always try and get out if we can. So, all right. That is 11 straight labs. It's very unlucky. You should get out like every 3 or 4 laps.
Well, you paid your dues for the early Brock, to be fair. I at least believe in that kind of balance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I base this on nothing whatsoever. I just know the way how this works.
Okay, cool. We got to heal immediately. We can help you. We can maybe use that to help us. Okay. We're fighting a Sudowoodo, which has a lot of weaknesses. Ooh, we have Hypnosis. Okay, one thing that's really interesting about the lab fights in Fire Red Leaf Green. Now, this is a Fire Red Leaf Green thing. This is not a this is not an Ironmon thing. Moves cannot miss in the lab unless you lower the opponent's stats. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to opt to use Hypnosis, knowing Hypnosis will always connect. And what I can do here is now, because of the way sleep works in this game, he is guaranteed to take at least 1 turn of sleep here. So I'm going to hit Revenge. Now, if I really wanted to sweat, I could spam Hypnosis, waiting for him to wake up. And the reason I can do this is because the attack he's using is Sky Attack. The AI will use that again. Okay, we're actually getting a big sleep here. But I can be real sweaty here by spamming Hypnosis. Oh, wow, he didn't actually go for Sky Attack. Whatever. I lied. I lied straight to your faces.
Well, you didn't lie. Technically, the computer did. Did you say this is this on Smart AI? I want to say.
Yeah, it is Smart AI. Yes, it is Smart AI. Yeah. So, but I think we'll get there. So the way, oh my goodness, he woke up. I hope this isn't a roll. I really hope this gets there, because that would be really, really funny if I lose because of that. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is the AI should have gone for Sky Attack there because it sees kill with it. That's why it doesn't usually go for Sky Attack or Solar Beam or these charge moves unless it sees kill. KO. We're gonna go ahead and speed up, just letting the background people know. So that's why spamming Hypnosis there was like the safe play to do, because he's always going to use a move that has a charge when he wakes up, and then I just spam Hypnosis, he goes right back to sleep, and then I just use Revenge the second time around. So we're going to use Zabra. He's got a pretty good speed stat here, so we should be able to find a new Pokemon, hopefully, that's better. We're looking for a better Pokemon, to put it as simply as possible. There are 2 Pokemon available in Route 1. We're going to see what the second one is. Okay, so we don't really care about this route. Eevee and Murkrow are very low BST. But what we'll keep in mind is Eevee is a Pokemon that evolves from stones, if you're familiar with Pokemon. So if I find a stone, we'll keep that in mind if we find one, so we can go catch an Eevee and then evolve it.
And I want to make it clear, too, for folks who are just tuning in, because I'm sure there's a lot of new folks here, too. You're not guaranteed to get an evolution. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think you can get an evolution. You can't get the same thing in the chain.
Correct. The only thing you can get is the vanilla evolution. So if you use a Firestone on Eevee, the only thing you're guaranteed to not get is Flareon.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
how do you feel about Houndoom?
Houndoom is a solid Pokemon in this challenge. He is a little awkward. His typing doesn't offer a lot of resistances, which means he does get hit quite a bit for like good amounts of damage. But he is very solid. He has 500 BST, and he's part fire type, which is my favorite type for the challenge, because fire is just like the best offensive special type in the game. At least for the most part, other than the fact that there's a lot of water types in the game. But I'm a big fan of water types, or fire types rather, sorry.
Yes, I do want to give a big shout out to our tech. Thank you so much for saying something. Yeah, Richard's awesome. We're happy to have him. Richard helped to make a lot of this especially possible, because there's a lot of tech stuff at work here with Ironmon. So again, thank you to our tech checkers, and of course, thank you to Richard here for being here live.
Yeah, and from my standpoint, it's super easy to work with. It's been like, I didn't really have to put a lot of effort into like doing this at all, which was awesome. So.
Always want to give love to tech, though, and I'm glad chat did that too. So what else? So do you base what you pivot to, Salty, purely on BST, or sometimes is there a little bit of nuance to that?
There's a little bit of nuance to it. I mentioned BST because that's usually the biggest thing. Ooh, we got a milk tank here. Nice.
Okay.
Chat pointed out we actually have a really, really good bag right now. Okay, so one thing that I just noticed here is this milk tank is slower than us. So we might want to pivot to something else first before going for milk tank. We have a very good bag, so we do want to make sure we find a good Pokemon. We have a very, very good bag. We have 4 heals in our bag. We have a energy root, a super potion, an energy powder, and a potion. And even 2 poison heals, which poison in the early game is very, very bad.
With 17 speed, would you consider going through the forest to look for a stone if you can't find anything?
I could consider that, but the fact that we have a Houndoom available is making me hesitant to do that.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go for the Houndoom first. I hope that the Houndoom is faster than our Abra. Now, if Houndoom is slower than Abra, but it's like 16 speed, it'd be fine. But anything like 2 lower than 17, like, you know, our Flareon earlier was 13. I still ran it, but we're looking for like at least 15 at level 8 is kind of what we're looking for. That's like usually the ground that we're looking for.
And also, again, to reiterate some rules, because I don't want to assume everybody knows the rules here, it is 1 Pokemon per route. So in other words, when Salty catches this Houndoom, and I'm, again, channeling some positive thought here, like I hope people in chat are as well, Salty cannot go for, like, the Jumpluff, for instance, here.
Correct. Yes. It's only 1 Pokemon per route, but it doesn't have to be the first Pokemon I see. If it was the first Pokemon we see, like, this challenge would be...
No.
Yeah.
You would feel about that the way I feel about Survival Ironmon. I'm sorry, Pi. I still feel ways about Survival Ironmon. I know, catching strays, and he's not even here to defend himself.
It scorned you that much.
It really did. It really did. This is another good question. Why don't we look for a huge power, pure power? Those are banned abilities in both Kaizo and Super Kaizo. However, is there like a clause where it says if it's below a certain BST, it's okay, Salty?
Yes. It has to be under 410 BST in order to use huge power.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, if it's low enough to use huge power, chances are it's not going to have enough stats to like really make it. So the reality is we're looking for a Pokemon about 450 BST and up to be realistic. Jumpluff is 450 BST, for instance, but Jumpluff has really bad typing. So Jumpluff is one of those Pokemon where I would consider like not that good. Okay, we're also faster than Houndoom, so not a good sign.
Hypnosis work on that? That's a psychic move. Is it because it's a sleep inflicting move?
Yes, because it's a status move, correct.
Okay, you can understand my confusion because I've never seen that interaction before. So I was like, wait a second.
And it's not fully consistent. There are some Pokemon that like some typings and some like things like that like Confuse Ray or doesn't work on. Well, Confuse Ray is not a good example, but some status moves don't work on certain typings. So, Awu, we'll name it Awu. There you go.
Ah, anybody got any dog emotes? Any cute puppers out there?
14 speed. Okay, I kind of like this actually. So we're a little on the slower side again, like our Flareon, but we have Brick Break Nightshade, which means we can hit every Pokemon in the game for at least some damage. Nightshade is an interesting move. It does damage based on the amount of health, or sorry, the level that we are. So right now, Nightshade will do a guaranteed 8 damage to the opponents. But I kind of like this. I don't know. I feel like, you know, I want to show chat runs, so I don't want to spend too much time pivoting. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and slow down. Sorry, I should have mentioned. We're slowing down now. We're slowing down.
I've seen some pie bullies in chat, by the way. Shout outs to Gumshoe. What a good dog. Deoxys, no!
Yeah, so this is a 600 BST Pokemon. This is a Pokemon I'm not allowed to use, but the bug catcher's allowed to use. I'm going to opt to use Teeter Dance immediately. Teeter Dance is a confusion move, guaranteed to hit. And the best way we're going to get through this fight is if we can have Deoxys hit himself and get free turns. Now, this is a rare case. I'm actually going to opt to use agility here because agility will make us hopefully faster than Deoxys. That way I can reapply confusion on turns that I need to when he breaks out.
This doesn't help out until post-battle, which, you know, there's always a world, especially with this move set. But someone in chat had said something about Carvos. I just wanted to make that known. Not Carvos, sorry. Do you have a calcium or something like that?
I think I used it. Yeah, I think I actually used it.
Oh, you did use it. Okay.
Okay. All right. How much is the slash doing? It's doing 12 damage. Okay, so I can go to full here safely. And then we're going to reapply that confusion. This is why the agility was actually really nice. It helps me play my turns without less dice rolls. It allows me to like play around what the Deoxys is doing better. We're going to opt for the regular potion. If Deoxys could hit himself, oh my goodness, come on now. Deoxys, if you could just, you know, hit yourself in the noggin one more time, maybe two more times, that'd be ideal.
How about please?
Please?
No!
Okay, we lived on one.
Okay, all right.
We lived on one.
The please helped us live to one. I'll stand by that.
So remember how we had 4 HP heals? The very first Pokemon in the entire run has eaten 3 of them already. That is just the way this goes sometimes. And there we go.
Okay, there it is. All right. Oh, no.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. We're outspeeding, just fine.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's the cost of dealing with a legendary on the first bug catcher. I mean, that's the cost of doing business, right?
Yeah. Scared money don't make money, right?
I love your coin flip emote, Salty. I haven't seen it till now.
Yeah, I've been destroyed by confusion one too many times that we had to make it.
Gotcha. I like that a lot.
Okay, so we are going to get outsped because of Thunder Wave here, but I feel fairly comfortable with our HP and overall bulk. Okay, that Speed Boost Berry doesn't really mean anything. Ooh, this thing had Drill Peck. I wonder if that was any good. Because remember, we had the chance to actually get Miltank in the forest, but we opted for the Houndoom. We're really hoping at level 13 we get a move that's better here. Now, unlike the Flareon, we actually learn a couple more moves than the Flareon does. We learn at 13 and 19. So we'll see 2 moves instead of 1 before Brock if we happen to go the distance.
Much better than an evolution.
Yes. Some Pokemon are very, very strong in the early game, such as Blaziken. Blaziken learns at 7. He learns at like 11, or is it 10? I don't really remember. But he learns at 16 and 17. He learns 4 moves before Brock, and he has 2 of the best like offensive types in the game for like damage dealing. So yeah, we're gonna opt for Teeter Dance again because we're gonna have to Nightshade again. Nightshade is only gonna be doing 12 damage per hit, which means we know we can't pick up one-shots with it. So we're just gonna opt to Dance and wear him down with Nightshade here. Now, I could test Brick Break. There is a world where Brick Break actually does a lot of damage because of maybe Grimer has no defense. But we just saw that Nightshade is a clean 2-hit KO. This thing has very low HP, so that's good for us. All right, level 13. Show me like a flamethrower, you know? Something cool, something cool. Okay, Poison Tail, not the best move for us, but not horrible.
Yeah. I've seen worse, and your attack stat is technically better and technically boosted, so not terrible. It at least falls into your strategy.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, this is actually a mon where it's relevant. So Poison Tail being super effective on this is 100 power, which is stronger than Brick Break here, so... Very good. I like how Brick Break is by far my best move, and I haven't clicked it like once. Oh, no, I used it on the Miltank. Okay.
All right, so we'll do one more battle, and how about after that, we'll take a quick break.
Okay, yeah, this sounds good. Sure.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Back Daddy? Immediate value. We love that. We love immediate value.
Someone in the chat said Sonic Boom is rough in it. If you think that's rough, Dragon Rage.
Sonic Boom and Dragon Rage are very, very tough moves to deal with, especially in the early game because your HP is not scaled yet. Yeah. If you run into Dragon Rage, chances are that's the last move you see. Oh, no. That's bad. Okay. But the good news here is I do have a way to heal poison. So I'm going to just opt to do that immediately because this Poliwag has a lot of defense. Now, I could have been holding this Pecha Berry, which in hindsight probably was the better play since I had 2 of them. But I'm a dummy.
No.
Now, you usually want to be holding on to items as long as possible for like Brock, but in this situation, because I had 2, maybe holding one would have, or having one on the Houndoom would have been better.
So why did the computer mean look there again? This is a smarter trainer.
Well,
mode, right?
smart AI sometimes isn't super smart. They like certain moves. They really like moves like Mean Look. They like Imprison. They like any weather-based ability. Oh my God, we're running into all fighting resist Pokemon.
You can't make that up.
Yeah, like every Pokemon has like resisted fighting other than Miltank and Poliwag, and Poliwag had Poison Point. Okay, well, at least we resist Blizzard here. They usually opt for like their strongest move against you, but there are certain situations where they will opt to use something different. We're gonna try and keep this alive, I guess. And Lock On is one of those moves that they really like. And this is one of the situations where they saw KO with Psycho Boost, but they didn't know I was immune. So sometimes it's smart AI. Most of the time is the best way to describe it.
You know, this could be way worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Depending on that last move.
I mean, yeah. And how many turns I spend frozen. Now, the way frozen works, I just have a 20% chance of getting out of this glacial prison on any given turn. So I'm just waiting.
Get a job. That's one of your commands, right? From
get a job. Yeah, that's something I say on the.
I heard it in my head when somebody typed that chat. I know that command. What is that 4th move, Salty? Do you think it's something that just the computer can't use?
I think it's probably a move that's just weaker than Blizzard, which is why they're opting to not use it. Blizzard is probably just their strongest option into it. Okay, we defrosted. Let's go. Here we go. All right, we're playing the game again. We're playing the game again.
I'd love to play the game.
Yeah, pushing buttons is a fun thing to do here. Now, Arbok has raised its defense by 4 stages, so I'm not even going to bother trying to Brick Break it and see if its defense is like really low. I'm just going to opt to Nightshade here. Honestly, the fact that I've Nightshaded more than Brick Break is actually a crime, but it is what it is. That's just how the game goes sometimes.
Now they're asking, are you barking my dog?
Are you barking my dog, man? That's another, that's something I say too.
Again, for this and more, go to twitch.tv/saltydolphin. If you're not following, you better be following. Salty's fun.
All right, Arbok is down. We get a good amount of XP here. Are you barking my Arbok, man? Okay. So we get another Pokemon. Show me something I get. Oh my God. Are you barking my dog? Yeah, that's
you cannot make this up.
This is the perfect situation for are you barking my dog here. Seek employment. Another Pokemon I cannot Brick Break. This game, man, sometimes is just funny. I've clicked Nightshade more this run than I have probably in like the last 3 months.
Wow.
Okay. All right. You break time, right?
Yeah. So Salty's going to pause here. And again, please be sure to give Salty a follow at twitch.tv/saltydolphin. Much love. And just a reminder again, GDQ's returning to PAX East March 26th through the 29th. Visit east.paxsite.com to find out more about the show. Use !PAX in Twitch chat for more info coming up. But yes, we'll be right back with random number generation and Salty. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Salty Dolphin, and this is Super Kaizo Ironmon. So we are in a run, TM, but Salty is out of heals. So Salty, if you want to get started again and talk about the predicament we're in, go for it.
Yeah, we started with a really good bag in this particular seed. It is all gone. I've unfortunately been a subject of the RNG. We ran into a ton of Pokemon that resisted Brick Break, which is our best move on this moveset by far. So I've had to use Teeter Dance and Nightshade, and well, not the most reliable strategy in the world, but maybe we get a second Brock. We'll see. Let's see here. We are 3 bug catchers down in the forest, which means we are starting to get an advantage against these trainers, which is a big deal. And look, a Pokemon I can use Brick Break on.
Oh, finally? You mean that one where you have to Teeter Dance Nightshade again?
Yes, correct. And Sandshrew is so kind to turn himself into a normal type Pokemon. So this will just, even though he had a healing berry, he should just go down here. Because when something hits for super effective, it does 2 times the damage. It's 150 power there. Are we doing early Koga? If we see Koga somehow, we're not.
Something happened. Something happened.
We cheated. We cheated if we saw Koga. But, all right, another Pokemon that resists fighting. In this situation, I actually am going to Brick Break, though. We have a level advantage, and this is a lower BST Pokemon. So Brick Break should do a good amount. Opening Teeter Dance is pretty nice, though. As you can see, I'm just getting free turns against him. Confusion is very strong in the early game.
So, Salty, besides Super Kaizo, I know you were talking about the new competitive Pokemon. Is it pretty much going to be those 2 things for a little while for you on stream? What are you working on lately?
It's going to be those 2 things. I actually did create a challenge with my chat recently. It was it was an incentive that we had, and we're going to be doing that this Friday. Actually, we're going to be playing what we're calling like the alphabet challenge, where we catch every Pokemon like in alphabet order, and it has to be in order. There's no like skipping letters. It's not just one of every letter. It's like we have to catch in order of the alphabets. It's a challenge that my chat came up with, and I'm looking forward to that too. But yeah, some goofy stuff. Like it's mainly Pokemon. You know, I do some Mario speedrunning stuff here and there, like Iron Mario, and we tried out the Sunshine randomizer the other day. But it's a lot of Pokemon. Slay the Spire. Oh, dude, Spire's been so much fun. Spire's been, oh my God, how many fighting resist Pokemon are we going to get? Oh my gosh. And Intimidate, man. Come on, help me out here. All right. I've never danced this much in the forest, I promise.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I have to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's better than the poison dance, right? I don't care for the poison dance.
Yeah. If it was poison dance time, we probably would just let it go.
Yeah.
we would just let them go.
There's a frozen joke in here somewhere,
We're gonna
considering what you went through.
See how much this does. Okay, yeah, no. I wanted to see how much Poison Tail did, even though we were intimidated and it's a low power. But yeah, that did no damage at all. So we're gonna go back to dancing. Chimerico might be unemployed. Oh, come on. What are we doing here, man?
Are you barking my dog?
Are you barking my dog, man?
I can't see it now. It's too funny.
55% accurate grass whistle. Come on. Another fighting resist. You know the deal. All right, look, get me out of here. Okay. Nightshade. One more Nightshade. And one more Confusion self-hit, please. Yes. Here we go. Bedge. Big Bedgin. All right, Houndoom is officially through the forest. That is double of what I wanted today, which is awesome. So you guys are actually getting to see a bit of the game. I feel like this is like more success than I had on my 6-hour segment of my stream today.
I'll tell you, Salty, being here, it does something to a gamer. You know, being here on GDQ, there's something magically happens here. You know.
Yeah, I'm locked in too. You know, it's all skill. None of this is luck dependent whatsoever. And I am just gaming out of my mind, one would say.
And the game is barking your dog.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of that.
Someone called your mod Scooby Doom.
Oh, that's what I usually name him. That's actually what I usually name him.
That's so good. I've never seen that.
We usually have nicknames for pretty much all like the fully evolved Pokemon. A lot of the low-level BST or low BST Pokemon, they just get named Bad and Trash.
Yeah,
and, like they don't get like real names, but like something like a Houndoom gets like a Scooby Doom or In this case, I saw someone say Awu, so I just named it Awu.
Yeah, I used to have like names for a lot of them, like the evolutions. I did Bob, but like in a Boston style BAHB.
Bab.
Bab. Yeah. And then, like, when I did the Ironmon VS League, I started naming them in the order that I like the Bridgerton guys. So
the Bridgerton guys.
Yeah, I have like a ranking style, and they're like, Sky, you're telling us much more about this than I'm like, I know, just because there's like eight children in that. So like there's an order in which, and when I say children, I mean like they're grown up, but like there's like, but in which order I like each one of them on the show. So.
What's the Rivals mod? I don't even remember. I'm going to be honest. I don't even remember. We're about to find out. Now, that's actually something I don't think I've covered, actually, is the rival will carry their Pokemon throughout the game. There is only one Pokemon that retains their, or one trainer that retains their Pokemon, and it's your rival. They retain whatever Pokemon they started with in the lab. That thing having low kick is really scary, but that did way less than I anticipated.
I'm missing some lore here. Someone said, is this Super Mario 64 world record holder, Salty Dolphin? What? I missed something there.
I'm
Salty.
I'm actually I do have a top 10 SM64 run.
Do you now?
Not a lot of people can say that, but I do. The 120-star damage list category.
What? I've known you for a while. I never knew that. So what else are you hiding from me now? Because now I feel like there's more to you than meets the eye.
To be fair, there's only like 10 people on that leaderboard.
But I don't care. It still counts. So what else do I not know about you? Like, have you been on a reality show? I mean,
no, I've applied before. I've applied to be on Survivor, and I also applied for traders like you did. But
yeah. Imagine if you and I end up on the next season.
Dude, that would be secret alliance.
They'd never know. They would never know. Yeah, we both applied for traders this time around.
Okay, we actually have a second run to Brock. So if the gamers want to run a quick 2-minute prediction for us, again, if you're new to this, doubt. We do not have a single HP heal, and even with a bulkier Pokemon in that Flareon with an HP heal, we lost. So this is an easy doubt, but at least we get to see Brock's gym again. Brock's gym is pretty much the meat grinder when it comes to this challenge, but we're getting 2 Brock attempts in this GDQ segment, which is awesome.
We were talking about this during the break. We're actually, both of us are fans of Survivor, jokes aside. And Salty knows Coach, and I actually know Christian. So it's funny. We both know people in the current season of Survivor right now. So it's kind of funny.
Survivor's just, I don't know. Just when COVID happened, I just started watching it, and I'm just into it now. So
yeah.
Can I be on GDQ again? My luck is right now is crazy. I guess that's what we'll have to do.
Yeah.
Now, I always have this guy escort me for good luck. Now, you don't have to do this, but I do it for good luck. And we get the fun music.
So that's why I was wondering why you were doing this earlier. I guess I never paid attention right before Brock. I always paid attention to your spiel a little bit more. I never noticed this till now.
Yeah, it's just for good luck. It's a fun little thing, If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock. And we get lucky on the fight before. Yeah, we do learn to move at level 19 here, which is interesting. We learn to move at level 19, and so there is going to be one more move that we get before the Brock fights, but it's going to need to be a really good move to get us through, I would say.
Okay, so what's the deal with your Machamp? See, I'm learning stuff. I love this.
Oh, I named Machamp Jonathan after Jonathan that's on Survivor, yeah.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, okay. That was not entirely what I was thinking of, but that does make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Next, Brock, can we tour the museum? Maybe. 2 Brocks in an hour, yeah. It's very fast. Very fast. So wait, we're 2 for 2 when we get out of the lab. Both seeds that have gotten out of the lab, we've made it to Brock, which is probably makes this challenge look a little easier than it is. But I assure you, I made it to Brock 2 times in like the 6-hour stream I did before this. So we're getting pretty lucky right now.
Maybe. No, I'm not lucky. Here's the thing. My show's normally cursed. So maybe a cursed challenge plus a cursed show equals not cursed Iron Mine.
Maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
We actually rolled a Pokemon weak to fighting, but it did not go down, which is such a shame here. So we took a speed drop from the Kabuto. The Smart AI, one thing that they will always do, even if it's not very effective, is they will opt to try and get speed control. They want to be faster than you. In the same vein that I wanted to be faster than that Deoxys in the first fight. It's pretty much the same exact reason. It helps you with your decision making. That's where speed comes into play. This Dunsparce has a healing berry. I know this because of the percentage the Dunsparce is at. That sucks, but hey, maybe this picks up? Nope. Okay, well, he's wasting turns, so we're getting lucky here. Dunsparce set up Harden, which means our second Brick Break didn't pick up the KO, but he threw away his second turn with Sketch, which means we get to move on to Brock without taking much damage. And we get to see our new move. Let's see what this is. We got Twister. I barely know her.
I was going to say the hotspot, but that was in reference to a board game people might not know about.
Gosh, this move is just not good. It's only 40 power. I'd almost rather have Teeter Dance for the Brock fight. I think I'm actually going to opt to remove Poison Tail here. I know that seems maybe a little silly, but Teeter Dance, I think, is our best chance at beating Brock because I don't think we can beat Brock without some good luck. And Teeter Dance is the one thing we have going for us when it comes to luck. If we do happen to beat Brock, Teeter Dance is the first to go, but I just got to play to my outs. And the reason I will take Twister here is it actually hits super effective on the Dragon Pokemon, which Brick Break can't really do very well. So if you're having a good time on GDQ Super Kaizo Ironmon, make sure you use your favorite dancing modes while we go take on the Brock. Here we go. Let's go.
And follow Salty Dolphin at twitch.tv/Salty Dolphin.
Yeah, we have that flinch chance on Twister as well. Oh, beautiful. Another fighting resist. I wonder how many there were in this run. So I'm going to go for that Teeter Dance immediately. So Curse lowers Seviper's speed. That will actually help our odds here because maybe we start outspeeding now. That will help a lot. Oh, no way. What are you chewing on? Okay, Lumberry, not good for us, but we're just gonna hit it. We're just gonna hit the bud again. We're just gonna dance in his face again, and then we're gonna start hitting Nightshade. So that is our plan right now. We could use Twister when we aren't started speeding because Twister does have a flinch chance attached to it, but we're gonna use Nightshade first. I'm gonna get a good idea of what its HP stat looks like. Okay, pretty low. So if he does one self hit, okay. He is still cursing. I'm just gonna keep using Nightshade. That looks pretty good to me. You know what actually I can do here? Because Nightshade is a guaranteed not to hit KO, I can Twister one turn, opt for a flinch chance, which I didn't get, while also putting him in range for another Nightshade to pick up there. But it cursed anyway, so it's like we were big braining for no reason. All right, one down, took no damage somehow. And now we have Breloom. Breloom is grass fighting, Brick Break is neutral, and he used Snatch. Smart AI really likes Snatch. They really like setup moves in general. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna dance again. We're gonna opt for the confusion again. Because this Breloom has very high defense. And we're going to use Twister. We're going to opt for maybe some flinches and some confusion hacks. We are hoping for good luck. Luck is, oh boy, that's why Breloom came out second. And, ooh, that stung. Okay, it did way less than I anticipated, though. I'll be honest with you. Snapped out of confusion. There's another Muddy Water. We did not get the flinch from Twister. And no accuracy drop from Muddy Water's nice. We're going to reapply that confusion. Where's Poison Tail when we need it? Yeah, Poison Tail probably would have been a little nice for Breloom, but it is what it is. It's fine. Okay, good confusion roll there. Okay, he's using Snatch this turn? What is he using? Okay, yeah. So we are faster than Breloom. The reason I knew he was using Snatch there is because his confusion roll happened before my attack came out. Okay. That's 2 down, but I am not looking good on HP here. Brock still has 4 Pokemon to deal with. We still have 4 Pokemon to get through. We're going to need Pokemon weak to Brick Break, but we're going to need lower BST than a Tauros. Tauros has 490 BST. Very strong, and I doubt this one-shots, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Oh, good crits. All right, we're going to need a Miracle, but... Oh, Rough Skin? Yeah, we're going to need... a real big time miracle to get through here. We had 3 Pokemon to go. Murkrow. Don't think Brick Break one-shots. It's not super effective. It's neutral. I'm going to dance. I'm going to dance. This is my one hope, I think. We're going to dance. He's confused. Ooh, that's resisted. We might live. Oh my goodness, we lived. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, the confusion was the right call based on that Brick Break damage, but unfortunate we didn't get any confusion rolls. Okay, hey, I'm just happy we made the right decision. Even if you make the right decision, you could still lose an Ironmon, and that's just something you have to. That's just something you have to accept if you're going to play the challenge. So,
what do they say? You can do everything right and still lose.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is so true. This is more true in this challenge than it is probably in any challenge. So we're going to be opting to choose the Pokeball that the tracker chooses for us. This is kind of a cool Sableye. We have an insane moveset here. And for people running the predictions, that was a lose for anybody that is running those. We lost to Brock. This is actually kind of a good Sableye. I might send this, funnily enough. I might actually run this, even though my BST is very low. It's 380. I haven't seen a Sableye this good, I think, ever. So... Oh, we're dead. That's fine.
You were saying?
Yeah, you know, if we got out, if we escaped the lab, I was going to try it. One thing that's interesting about Super Kaizo versus regular Kaizo, that Sableye had Giga Drain, and Giga Drain is a move that is not allowed in normal Kaizo, but it is actually legal in Super Kaizo. Salty Dolphin, why is that? Wouldn't that make the challenge easier? Yes. However, all the other rules, such as like the Smart AI and the less hidden items and everything of that, adds enough difficulty to where it doesn't really matter too much. Metagross is not the Pokemon we really want to fight here, but there's actually a solid chance we escape here. Dynamic Punch is just one of the best moves to have in the lab, specifically. I mentioned earlier, you can't miss in the lab. That is not an Ironmon thing, that is a Fire Red Leaf Green thing. And you saw how Confusion paid off for our Houndoom, maybe it pays off for our Mawile here. Ooh, we got a dodge too? Look at us. Ooh. Better lucky than good at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it was a speed tie. All right, cool. The training moves also you lose a lot of value when setup is banned on leaders. Yes, they do. Correct. Yeah, I can't use any like stat boosting moves on the gym leaders. Correct.
And I want to make it known too that yes, there is a standard rule set for Super Kaizo and Kaizo Ironman. However, some folks like to kind of put their own spin of rules on things, and I want to encourage folks to be creative with that. For example, we had the Ironman Versus Challenge. I had a group of friends and I that did that, and we had a rule where you were allowed to keep a legendary as long as it was in the lab. So again, feel free to experiment with your own rule sets. We're making content here at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think one thing that people forget is it is a self-imposed challenge. You can play it the way you want to play it, just like you can order what flavor ice cream you want, you know, when you go to Dairy Queen or whatever. You can play the game how you want to play it. There's just a set of rules for the original set of the challenge, and you can choose to follow it exactly or follow it differently. Ooh, this time we got the freeze. Look at us. The fish is cruising. Look at us. If Ninetales can just stay asleep, we're in a pretty good spot here. Even rum raisin. Yes. Yes, Reptar, you can order whatever you want, gamer. How much harder is Elite Four Round 2 over Round 1 in Kaizo Ironman? Well, Round 2 is all level 100s, but Round 2 is not required for the beating the challenge. It's only beating the first round of Elite Four is beating the challenge, because Round 1, the levels already get up to level 100 at the very end. So Round 2 is just like a bonus lap, for instance. For production, I am going to turn on speed up here, so just a heads up if you want to get ready for that. And we're going to go look for a new Pokemon. Has Safari been explained yet? I haven't really taken the time to explain the Safari Zone yet. One of the things that does make this challenge, well, super, is we are going... about halfway through this challenge. We won't be seeing it on this because this is a 3-hour segment, and it takes roughly 4 to 5 hours to get to the Safari Zone when playing a Super Kaizo run. But in order to win this challenge, you actually have to beat the Elite Four with a Pokemon from the Safari Zone. So it's kind of like a tag team run. You have to get there with one Pokemon and then swap to a new Pokemon and then beat the game with the second Pokemon. So it's like hitting the lottery twice. And Safari Zone is definitely the place where runs get made or they break. So we got a lot of speed on this Whisk Cache. So one thing I'm going to opt to do, previously I've been checking all the commons as I work my way up into the forest. But because my speed is extremely high, I'm going to go run and straight for the forest and grab all the items. There's items by the last bug catcher, and I have to go through a lot of grass to get to them. This Pokemon has a ton of speed. 32 at 8 is absurdly high. I would consider a fast Pokemon at level 8. Or at level 8, a fast Pokemon I would consider to be 20. This thing has 32. I think that Charmander battle cry is glitched actually, which is really funny. Yes, it definitely is. Okay.
Oh, that is funny.
How long has this challenge existed? The 2-year anniversary just happened March 19th, 18th, I think. I literally did a 24-hour stream on the 2-year anniversary and to try and reach the Safari Zone. Never made it. Never made it to Safari Zone. Okay, Espeon is a pretty good mon. I will likely opt to catch that, but I'm not going to catch it yet. And the main reason for that is if I try to catch it while I'm super deep into the forest like that, it could poison me. And then I could just be sad and die to poison way out in the middle of nowhere. I'd rather be as close to the Pokemon Center as possible for the in case that happens. One thing I'm going to do is check one more encounter here, and we're also going to use the Whisk Cache to check the other patches of grass As I mentioned, he's extremely, extremely fast.
We have a question from the chat. Well, two questions, actually. How far did you make it in the 24 hours, and how many Brocks did you beat in the 24 hours?
I beat 2 Brocks in the 24 hours. The furthest I made it was almost to Lieutenant Surge in that 24-hour span. I think I had 8 Brocks total, but I only beat him twice. I'm looking for one more encounter here. It should be a common, but Charmander really likes us right now. The challenge has been beaten one time. It was in June of last year, so it's been over 6 months since the last victory of the challenge.
Yeah, it wasn't like once you defeated Kaizo, Salty, a bunch of us started, kind of trailing off behind you there. We started finishing.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, the week I beat Kaizo Ironmon, there was somebody that beat it 2 days, like 2 days later, another Charmander. Awesome. Someone beat it 2 days later, and then there was somebody who beat it like a couple days later, and then it happened. It seemed like someone was getting a win every week. Is kind of how it felt. But yeah, it was awesome. Like when Kaizo Ironmon really first saw its like really like big boom, it was super exciting. Everybody was like constantly restreaming other streamers, like really cheering for people, really hoping for the win, because there was a point where everyone thought the original Kaizo rule set was impossible, and well, it's not. But there was a time where a lot of people thought it was like borderline impossible. All right, we want this Espeon at level 8 is what we're going to look for.
Someone asked, has it been beaten in other Pokemon games? I believe Phil did it with Gold Silver, I want to say, or Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Regular Kaizo, yes. Phil beat it in Heart Gold Soul Silver. One super victory has been done in Heart Gold Soul Silver as well, and that was like in December. But Super's history of wins is not a very long list. It is 2, and it's 2 different games.
It's like that SpongeBob meme with the on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it. The.
That's a good question. Trapping abilities are turned off, such as Arena Trap and Shadow Tag. They do not exist in Ironmon. They create a lot of frustration, so they're just turned off. And they add nothing to actual battles with being a single Pokemon run. They don't add anything to the actual battles. So right now we're just trying to find Espeon at level 8. That's all we're looking for. All the other Pokemon that we have found are not very good. They're bad BST or bad typing. Like the Relicanth has like solid BST, for instance, but its typing really holds it back. It's got a lot of weaknesses and it has a really bad dual weakness to grass. So the Espeon is by far the most viable Pokemon available here. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. I am going to opt to hit it with a Tri-Attack real fast. Try and increase. Okay. Espeon has no defense. So instead of attacking it next time, I'm going to just chuck a ball at it immediately. Now, when this happens, I have every reason to believe it should live a Tri-Attack there. Because it's unstabbed, it's only 80 power, and I didn't even crit. I have every reason to believe it should live a Tri-Attack there. So in situations like this, I just can't go back and heal now. If I cannot run Whiscash, Whiscash has officially gained XP from a wild Pokemon, so he is no longer allowed or legal. So I just have to keep trying to get the Espeon without KOing it this time. And, that was unfortunate. Whiscash was one of our best Pokemon in the 24-hour stream. It's true. He's actually the Pokemon that got the furthest for us. Yeah, we have to pivot now. Correct. That's how that works. It's real. I can't believe that it died. And so we know Espeon has like no defense. Honestly, if the Dodrio shows up, okay, there we go. If the Dodrio had showed up at level 8, I might have opted for that instead because we know Espeon has like no physical defense at all. Which means this could very well be a very quick run this time around. We'll see. GDQ on. Okay. Yeah,
Looking forward to seeing this. Please.
Very low HP and no defense. Okay.
But compound eyes plus fire blast, though, like.
Yeah, no, this is pretty cool. So this is I'm back on normal speed, by the way. This is it's a pretty cool Pokemon. This is a Pokemon that is going to get one shot, very likely. Our HP is very low, and I have 8 defense, which is very bad. But I do a lot of damage. So if we get lucky here, and this bug catcher here has Pokemon that are weak to Fire Blast and Sludge Bomb, which he doesn't. He has a Pokemon that resists both Fire Blast and Sludge Bomb. You know, maybe we could get a run rolling, but this is likely a back to the lab moment. Oh my God! Wait a minute!
You were safe. You were safe.
Hold the phone, dude.
The phone's being held.
The phone is being held. Holy moly! Okay,
that's funny. All right,
run it back, dude.
Yeah.
All right, well, send another Fire Blast. Here we go.
Somebody said this is a salty mod.
Yes, it is. Ooh, the boomerang missed. Oh, wow. Okay, well, better lucky than good. Here we go.
I mean, we said that before.
Yep. It's better to be lucky than to be... Oh, the speed boost. We could still die here.
No, don't.
Oh,
no,
yep. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
All right,
it has low attack. It has low attack.
The phone got held again. That was a lot of emotion at once.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So this, okay, so I want to take a minute and talk about this Espeon for a second. This Espeon has almost as much special attack as like our Houndoom had physical attack. And we're only level 11 right now. I have this ability called Compound Eyes. What's really cool about this ability is it makes moves. The best way to explain it is if a move is 75 accuracy and above, it's pretty much 100% accuracy with it now. And I have 2 really strong moves, Fire Blast and Sludge Bomb. Fire Blast is obviously benefiting from Compound Eyes a ton. So if we can keep getting good rolls on Pokemon here, we might start outspeeding stuff and eventually maybe get to Brock again. We'll see. But another bad typing for us. We'll see what happens. We're going to use Sludge Bomb.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Okay. That hits on the special side, so I don't hate that. Okay.
Oh.
Well, that hurt.
All right.
But it hurt a lot.
Just a hair.
It hurt a lot.
This is a mod where you have to fly by the seat of your pants, Salty.
Absolutely. All right, show me something weak to fire. Weak to fire. Okay.
That works.
Not weak to fire, but very low BST. This is only 270 BST. Hopefully it's a one-shot. It is. Let's go. Nice.
Someone said this is the most salty dolphin Pokemon.
I like mixed attacker Pokemon. I like Pokemon that have offensive stats in both. Because it's fun, because it creates moments like this, where you're just like, oh, we're in, we're so back, and oh, we're out, oh, we're so back. Like,
I like the someone using the DGR.
Yeah, it's very much like that. It's you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, that kind of thing. So
yeah. I mean, the nice thing about this Pokemon is, though, Salty, is that like you have to be all in. There's no other strategy.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon.
Absolutely, 100%.
But I love it. I love it in its own way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, as we start getting a little bit of a level advantage here, we should start seeing a lot more one-shots because our special attack is scaling very, very good. We have 50 special attack already at level 14. That's kind of the benchmark you want around level 19.
So but like, Salty, consider though, Compound Eyes, Fire Blast, 50 special attack.
I know. I love it. It's fun.
This is ridiculous.
It's a fun Pokemon. This is a very fun Pokemon.
Okay. Okay.
This is fine because Poison should pick up Slowpoke here.
There's
not really too much commentary to get. Oh, okay, hold on. Now this could be interesting because he did lower our speed, but we have a pretty good speed stat. We'll see if we outspeed. We still do. Okay, so we know Slowpoke is very slow, fitting. And we know he has an okay defense stat. So we're going to go ahead and mark that on our tracker here. Because in the future, if we're in a sticky situation, it might actually be worth Fire Blasting that. And I know that sounds a little weird, but because he's low enough BST and my special attack is high enough, Fire Blast is still 60 power into that. So it could be worth testing that.
I want to see you get, to make things a little more wild, I want to see you get Thunder at 16. And I want to see PP Max for Fire Blast.
Thunder would be really fun. That's what I was saying. Thunder has sold me out with Compound Eyes before, but it's still fun. It's still a very fun thing. I like Glass Cannons and Tank meta, nothing in between. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, that's about all we've seen tonight, honestly. We haven't seen too much in between.
Mm-hmm. Cyclist Wayne. All right. Another pretty easy BST Pokemon. Ooh, Intimidate, though. So we got to keep that in mind. We have -1 stage of attack, so Sludge Bomb is not going to be hitting for nearly as hard. We can kind of think of Sludge Bomb as like a 60 power move right now. But we're getting some freebies, it looks like, so. Thunder, Blizzard, and Pump. I mean, that
would be kind of funny.
Ooh, Hidden Power.
So you like that? Okay, why is this good?
Okay, well, this is just fun. This is just fun. Hidden Power, it can be any type that's not normal. So what I'm going to do here, actually, is I'm going to use Hidden Power on Tyrogue to get information. We don't know what type this is, but we're going to use this on Tyrogue to help us figure out what type it is. Okay. Now, that was not resisted, nor was it super effective, but it didn't do a lot of damage. So I'm kind of leaning Hidden Power is a special type because of the Intimidate. We had an Intimidate on us, right? So because of the damage Hidden Power dealt there, I'm kind of leaning it's a special type move. Hidden Power is a pretty weak move. It's important to state that. So it's not like super exciting. Hidden Power is usually on the weak side of things. It's normally around 40 to 50 power. There's a lot of nuances to Hidden Power, so I'm not going to go too in depth. But right now, my detective magnifying glass is saying Hidden Power is likely a special type right now. And in Generation 3, special can mean any of the evolution types, so fire, electric, water.
I'm hoping it's water.
Ice, all of those. It can be any of those types. Not psychic, though. It can't be psychic because Tyrogue would have been, it would have hit for super effective. And,
Wait. So is that thing steel? I thought I saw steel for a second on the Hidden Power. Like it lit up that steel color, Salty.
No, it didn't light up.
Okay.
It just
I thought I saw something. I was like,
its base color is just kind of like a white, silver, eggshellish.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so we're getting a pretty low XP forest, which kind of not fun, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's not dark, it's not psychic.
Somebody said it could be dragon. Well, no, that's the evolutions and dragon, yeah.
Yeah, it could have been dragon. There's a lot of things it could be. I didn't want to use Hidden Power there because that Cubone's level 14. And I'm still a pretty squishy Pokemon. I have 35 HP at 16, which is very bad.
You have to use it on babies, basically.
Yeah, I need to use it when I'm in a very advantageous position to where, nothing, next to nothing can go wrong. So, Another thing to note, like I am still in a range where I die to Dragon Rage. I have 35 HP total, which means if Cubone had Dragon Rage, I could have lost by testing Hidden Power potentially, because it could have been electric and it would have potentially not worked. So, third Brock potentially. We still got to beat our rival here. Still got to beat our rival.
That would still be wild though. It like 3 in hour 40.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Let's make it up for the bad luck that I had earlier.
Yeah.
Definitely make it up for the bad luck I had earlier. Big time. Why did I kill that Cubone? It was on a trainer. That's why. I'm only allowed to gain XP from trainers in this challenge. The GDQ luck is real today. Absolutely. So we have cleared all these trainers, but we're only level 16. Usually when you have cleared all the trainers in the forest, you want to be about 17 and a half, close to level 18. So we are definitely behind on XP, but that's because a lot of these trainers didn't have good Pokemon. So, which is not a good thing. We definitely wanted to see a bit more XP yieldy Pokemon. That's okay though. We do a lot of damage, and hopefully the damage carries us. Yeah, if we get a lot of super effectives, Mistress, I do believe this has a chance to beat Brock, but we definitely would need to get lucky on type matchups. All right, this is a little scary. Hypno has a pretty good amount of BSC, 483, and he's only 2 levels under us. He did live. This is gonna sting. This might just KO us. We have no defense. Yep, and just like that, it's over. Not a Brock.
I mean,
so
we knew that had potential to happen though.
Oh wow, we actually had hidden power fighting, a very high power hidden power fighting. So one thing you can actually do when you get knocked out is you can actually see the log file. So we can actually see what moves we were learning and all of that good stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick look at that Hypno. Let's see how much attack power he was working with. And he had base 115 attack. And as we saw with our Espeon, we had 22 base defense and 27 HP. Any physical move that's coming our way, we are unfortunately getting knocked out. So, and that's also a high power move meteor mash. It's 100 base power. So that's all right. That was close to another Brock. That was a fun Pokemon. I think ultimately the XP is what let us down there. If we were level 18 fighting that Hypno, it looks like we probably would have picked up the one shot, but that's all right. Ooh, can't have Celebi, so I get to choose here. We're gonna opt to take Corsola and fight Jumpluff. Even though Jumpluff I would consider to be the better Pokemon between Corsola and Jumpluff, we want to take Corsola because it fights Jumpluff. Jumpluff would be fighting the Celebi, which we do not want to do. Fighting Celebi is bad for multiple reasons. Celebi has a very high base stat total of 600, and it also yields very bad XP. Jumpluff actually yields a pretty good amount of XP. So we want to fight Jumpluff. I don't think we're gonna get out though. Oh, I do have that. No. Oh yes, synchronized. Nice. So we got lucky that we rolled the poison, but Jumpluff's ability means we also get poisoned.
That's very ridiculous.
Cool.
No,
that's all right. Yeah, the rival would also keep Celebi. Yeah. Fun fact: Celebi gives the same amount of XP as Bulbasaur. Yeah, and for a legendary Pokemon, to give only the XP a Bulbasaur would give is not very good. Not very good at all. Chikorita, Masquerain, and we get a Cleffa. Nice. By nice, I mean this is not good. I'm not even gonna bother nicknaming this one. Yo, thank you, Willoughby's.
Yeah, this is one where if it even were to survive the lab again, this is something that would just die in the grass.
Very likely, yes, very likely. Now, I probably should have used Sweet Kiss here, but Again, just like you said, Sky, it's like a Pokemon I don't even know if I wanted to live this lab fight. So,
well, especially with the limited time we have, it's understandable.
Yeah, that's more like I always try to like play every seed out to the best of my ability, but you know we do have limited time for the segment, so I don't really mind if like a bad Pokemon gets owned in the lab, so to speak. You'll also notice I'm starting in the house and I talk to Mom. Very important rule of Ironmon. You have to talk to Mom. That is actually in the rule set. You must talk to Mom. So we don't just reset in the lab because we have to talk to her. It's part of the rules. It's in the rules.
If not, that's just rude.
Exactly. You gotta let Mom know you're going out on an adventure. Okay, we got another compound eyes Pokemon here with this tree. I am like we get to keep the item on in the lab. Anything goes in the lab to try and escape. But we're gonna go for Spark first here for sure. Try and get that para chance. But it doesn't matter. All right, very good.
I want to see something like ridiculously good. I think it would be funny.
I mean, that Espeon was really cool. It's very unfortunate that it died the way it did. But that was a really cool Pokemon. Oh boy, so we get to fight Raikou with a Farfetch. I don't know about you, chat room, but I'm feeling like we don't have the best odds here. Oh my god, this stat spread is diabolical as well. We're just nothing but defense. This is not a Pokemon that's going to be going very far. Bad is the best nickname I could have given this thing. How did I outspeed? This is a very slow Raikou. All right, there's a world where I can actually escape because he's slower than us, actually. So I'm gonna start playing to that out. We're gonna try and escape.
This is like a comedy of errors.
So, yeah, there we go. His best move to take care of us is Present, which has a chance to heal us. So I'm actually going to play to this out. I'm going to lower his accuracy a lot, so he has a very high chance of missing. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a burn. If I can get a burn off Fire Punch, and there it is.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now?
And now we just keep throwing smoke screens again. We go back to smoke screen. We go for 2. It was just we did damage.
This is ridiculous.
We do one more smoke screen, and then I just throw rock slides because I'll outspeed, and we can start looking for flinches now too.
Yeah.
There's the burn. We go rock slide. So rock slide has a 30% chance to flinch. It can't. Well, actually, it can miss because I have lowered Raikou's stats. I lowered his stats with smoke screen. So we get flinch chance. We get burn, and this can heal me. Dang it.
But the burn has reduced the attack as well.
Yes, it has. There's another miss. Raikou's hurt by burn. And look at that. Beating Raikou with a Farfetch with 3 levels down.
With a 1-star Farfetch.
With a 1-star Farfetch. Okay. For production, I am going to start speeding up again, just a heads up. For audio stuff, and yeah, so let's go try and find a Pokemon. Let's try and make something out of this seed. So here we go.
Someone said, "Salty, can you tell chat the secret tech of sketching aromatherapy? Isn't that a banned move?"
Chat is being a ding dong, is what they're doing.
Okay. I was like, "What are you doing, chat?"
Chat's trying to embarrass me, is what they're trying to do.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I may have accidentally sketched aromatherapy once. I thought I was outspeeding a Pokemon, and I wasn't, and I sketched aromatherapy.
They were airing your laundry, so to speak.
Yes. We would never. Yeah, okay.
I don't think you scout with this type of Pokemon, chat. I think you chuck balls and you just hope.
Yeah, we're going to try and get off this Farfetch'd as soon as possible. If Clefable shows up at 6, for instance, I'll take it, but it's not showing up. So we're going to move on to another patch of grass and look for any, like, reasonable BST Pokemon at, like, level 8 or so. We have low speed. I mean, all things considered, this Farfetch, like, is fairly tanky. Its HP's low, but it's got pretty solid defenses. But, okay, Hariyama. That is a very solid BST Pokemon. If he shows up at 8, we'll go ahead and grab that guy. All right, assuming he outspeeds me, which he does. Okay, so we'll go in Luster Purge to get some damage in.
So, do they call you Salty Dad because you look like a certain actor that played a dad on TV?
Oh no, they're asking when I'm gonna call my father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad calls and does little podcasty stuff on my stream here and there. That's what they're
funny.
asking. My dad will not be a part of this segment. Sorry. Ooh, okay. So we got ourselves a similar Pokemon to the Espeon. We have ourselves Hariyama here. Very low defense, but a much better HP stat. We have a really good move in Thunderbolts, but our other moves are not super good. Absorb is okay. I'm allowed to use it. It has, like, of course, HP healing properties. But I am not sold on this Hariyama. It's got solid enough BST, but I'm not sold on it. I might send this if I don't see anything good.
Yeah, chat recognized your lookalike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be in your stream at some point if your dad calls, because they keep talking up about how much of a character your dad is.
He is exactly that, a character.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what he is. Super Repel. Okay. I'm not seeing any other viable Pokemon, so there's a very real possibility I'm going to be sending Hariyama. Yeah, it's looking that way. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to slow back down, and we're going to be sending Hariyama here. I'll do a quick bag check real fast. We have a potion, a Moo Moo Milk, and a PP Max. And we're just going to go for it. I don't like our defense. I don't like this Pokemon that much. I like it to some capacity. I really like the move Thunderbolts is what I like. But I don't really have high hopes for this Pokemon. But sometimes you just got to go for it. Again, you may have noticed I didn't check what every single Pokemon in every single patch of grass is. We're on a limited amount of time here today. So I don't want to check rare encounters that often. I just want to kind of give you all the full experience, so to speak. He's outspeeding me. Okay, what are you chewing on over there? Okay, it's a Spadef boost. He's doing 7, so as long as I don't get crit here, I should be okay. He's not doing a whole lot of damage, though, so it might be worth healing on this guy. I'm going to opt to heal. Mainly ooh, a good call, because he opted to use Overheats. All right, well, we made the right call, but it didn't matter because he crit us, so. Even when you make the right decision, you can still lose, and that's just how it goes.
We still haven't seen what I like to call a no solution seed yet. If you're talking about the full experience, just where nothing's good.
Yes, that can happen. That happened to me a lot today when I was like live on my stream. There was quite a lot of seeds where it just felt like, there's literally nothing available here. So,
it's Gumshoe.
Dog. The dog. Yeah, that was an unfortunate crit because healing was correct there. And it would have put it in a position where we could have KO'd the Swalot and got some XP and maybe beat the next Pokemon. But it is what it is. Even when you have a make the right decision, like I said, you can still lose in this challenge. And it is what it is. You just got to move on. And I would definitely not recommend playing this if you're not good at losing.
Yeah, you have to be able to take it on the chin, so to speak. You know?
Absolutely.
Be a good sport.
Looks like a horse to me. Everything's a horse. Grab.
I kind of wish it was the Skarmory. I love that mon in this challenge.
Yeah, Skarmory is actually really, really cool. Skarmory is one of those Pokemon that learns a ton of moves before the Brock fight, so he has a very high chance of getting a very usable moveset before the Brock fight. I'm going to Focus Punch. This move doesn't work if I get hit by the Skarmory, but I don't see a better option, so I'm going to use Focus Punch. All right, well, I'm just going to wait for Skarmory to KO us, is what I'm going to do. Yeah. We're just going to wait for Skarmory to KO us here. Could get a drop. We might get lucky. It might just not use anything other than Dizzy Punch or whatever. So. Oh, he got the confusion too. Just looking for a special defense drop, a crit, but we're not getting either. Trying to play to my out as best as possible, but it's not going to happen. No drop, no crits. There we go. Show us the log. We're not going to be doing a lot of log diving. I wanted to show it off on the Espeon to kind of show like, hey, you can look at the logs, but we're not going to see, we're not going to look at logs too much today. Just want to keep that train moving. Try and get one more Brock. That'd be awesome. It's crazy that moves can't miss in the lab. Yes, they can't miss in the lab as long as you don't lower your opponent's stats. So, show us Brout. Brout's not in the game yet, man.
All right, how about after this lab, then, if we want to take a quick break?
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely, that's fine. Hands off the controller. I'm gonna let Mankey take the wheel here. Cinema. What is my opinion on Brout? I don't like Brout. I am not part of the Broutherhood. It's not it. Are we going to get out? Oh my God, we got out.
Yeah.
How about that?
Wow.
Okay, cool.
How about that?
Slam. All right. We don't need this, actually. So.
And it just got you out of the lab. That's funny.
There we go. Cool. Awesome. Proud Bros represent. Are we taking that break?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, folks, be sure to hydrate and stretch, and we will be right back with Salty Dolphin and Random Number Generation.
GDQ?
Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I'm joined here by Salty Dolphin, and this is Super Kaizo Ironmon, and I see Salty is on the way because, again, we want to see if we can at least see Brock one more time. So yes. Salty is going to be making an effort to pivot off this unlikely Angie Pokemon. We'll see what happens.
Mankey is an angry guy, so gotta give him a fitting nickname. We keep our nicknames nice and basic here. But yeah, we're going to be looking for a better Pokemon, just like we've been doing previously. We're looking for a high BSD Pokemon, like those evolutions, like Volrine, Larpus, Charizard, Blaziken, those kind of guys. Those are the type of things we're looking for. I know it doesn't have a good
BST, but look at the water noodle.
Yeah, Dratini's a cutie. I love the Dragonite line. Now, we did take a little damage, so we're going to go talk to Mom real quick, get our HP back.
That's one of the reasons why I'm going to be playing this weekend a lot of seeds on the you can take a legendary / 600 BST mon out of the lab because I want a chance to play with Dragonite.
Yeah.
I love Dragonite. So cute. Chat, do you think Dratini's a good friend I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, have you seen the Mega Dragonite?
I think so, actually, because I sometimes look at the card art. So yes.
Yeah. Mega Dragonite looks pretty cool. I like it. Pretty happy with the design overall.
Yeah, Dratini's such a noodly friend.
Bro said Larpus. I did say Larpus. That's its name, man.
Oh, whose emote is that? Who has the Dratini? Oh, that is a cute, shiny Dratini. I like that one a lot.
That's the boy J Hollow. Homie.
That's going to become like a new short copy pasta in your stream. Bro said Larpus.
They already said that. Well, what happened was I made a YouTube shorts where I said Larpus instead of Lapras.
Oh, no.
And I got like about 5 to 10 comments saying like, it's not Larpus. And so now it is a meme. It is a meme.
So what do you do for your YouTube shorts? You just pick a funny moment in Ironmon? Like, what do your shorts look like?
Yeah, we have tons of different YouTube shorts. Most of them are me losing, but there are some wins in there of me winning.
Because that's what gets the clicks, though. I swear, it's never when you do. It is never. I swear to goodness, Chad. It's never when someone does anything cool. It's always when we make like the worst mistake, or like we just get completely owned out of our control. I swear, those are the ones that do the best. Salty.
Yeah. But Ironmon just kind of suits itself well for short form content. I posted a new one today, even this morning. It was a Pidgeot run that I had yesterday. And I missed 3 Fire Blasts in a row. And, you know, and that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So this is looking like one of those seeds. Oh, never mind. We have Aerodactyl. Okay, cool.
I was going to say, did you know that was almost my second win? I was talking about that like way earlier. I literally, I think I was at the champion and I used an X defend turn 1, right? Mm-hmm. I then get critted by Rock Slide. Critted.
Ooh, yeah.
I was so upset.
That
Salty.
goes through the defend, yeah.
It got so robbed. I was ready to start celebrating my second win and everything, and you ever just have a win just snatched out of you? It hurts so much.
Yeah, I've been Perish-songed a couple times in the Elite Four.
Oh my gosh. So where's the worst spot you got Perish-songed? I got Perish-songed on Blaine one time.
The worst part I got
First round of Blaine.
First Perish-song is Lorelei of Elite Four, yeah.
Oh, never mind. You win. You win that. Oh my, that's terrible. Oh. I'd cry. Like, I would seriously just cry on stream.
What we're doing right now is we're looking for Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is, by and large, the most viable Pokemon we have seen in this particular seed. Aerodactyl doesn't learn a lot of moves, kind of similar to the evolutions, but he has enough BST to where he's definitely on the quote-unquote runnable scale. Shedinja, this is a funny Pokemon because this Pokemon is hard-coded to always have 1 HP and always have the ability Wonder Guard. So if you ever see somebody mention the term Shedinja coverage, this is what they're talking about. This guy right here. We actually have a move that can hit him, but this is a wild Shedinja, so we don't have to worry about it. Do a Shedinja run? Sure. And we're going to be looking for a level 8 Aerodactyl. As stated before, we want it as high a level as possible going into that first bug catcher because we have, it's 2 level 9s versus a level 8. So we're going to be looking for the highest level possible with the 515 BST on Aerodactyl. If Aerodactyl's not good, we might just have to go to the next seed because nothing else is looking too good right now. Tell us the story about the time you dropped Shedinja coverage. It's never happened. I've never dropped Shedinja coverage. I've always kept it. And I've never been punished for it.
Wait, are you serious?
Nope. I'm not serious.
I didn't think you were. I'm like, come on, Salt. I have to ask if someone's being serious. Like, that's a me thing. Yeah. And I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, I have dropped Shedinja coverage before taking the gamble. And I've been punished very, very promptly. Let's put it that way.
Did you do like one of those instances where it was like when Pyle said like, come on?
Oh yeah, it is a YouTube short. We had to turn it into a YouTube short. It's probably the most legendary Super Kaizo moment we had because I dropped Air Cutter for Bone Meringue, and I ran into an Aggron first immediately. So I started talking a bunch of crap to my chat saying, look, Boomerang was the right call, blah, 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 blah. And then next Pokemon was Shedinja.
Oh, I mean, that's comedic timing. And I love it when that happens
it was
for content.
literally perfect. You couldn't have wrote it up better. You really couldn't.
What's your YouTube under as well, in case folks wanted to look up the shorts?
It's just a Salty Dolphin, yeah.
Okay,
Salty Dolphin on
so
Twitch and YouTube.
no one ever has any excuse in chat for not following Salty either on YouTube or Twitch. Go do it. I promise you it's a lot of fun. Salty's community is always welcome and also a lot of fun. So I highly suggest joining Salty's community.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Sandstorm Pikachu was great. Yeah, they're like good.
And also, look at the emotes too. Like,
Thank
so
you.
good.
The one thing that's just great about this challenge is you just see a lot of interactions you would normally not see it playing Pokemon in a vanilla setting. This game will find ways to make you say profanities. That's the best way to put it. I mean, it's just it will find a way. It will find the one way you lose. And
see, Kaiser Ironmon, it finds a way.
Yeah, exactly. This Scramble has some interesting moves, but the damage on its special attack is very bad. That's why I'm not opting for that. Still want that Aerodactyl. Just gonna hope the Aerodactyl's good.
I can't imagine you cussing, Salty. Like I think of your stream, you have such a no. Seriously, like of all the people I watch, much like DGR Dave as well, you both have such a level head when you stream. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I try to keep it like. Have you ever like when you meet somebody who doesn't like cuss a lot, for instance, when they do cuss, it hits that much harder, right? And I think that's part of the reason why I don't cuss. And I also stream a lot during like a lot of work time hours. So that's a lot of it too.
I mean, I work here, GDQ here, we're family friendly and such. I mean, when I'm on my own stream, it's kind of what I call the Spike Vegeta effect as well, because something similar, maybe not with cussing, but with other stuff he says. Mm-hmm. And it's like, this is very different than the way you portray yourself on here. And I'm like, I'm doing my job. I'm trying to keep it family friendly and all that, broader audience. But you're right, though. When someone doesn't expect you to swear, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Banana mentioned it in the chat. Like a good way I like to describe my stream is like PG-16. Something like to where like like it might slip here and there, but I try to keep it very like family friendly for the most part.
Let's see what happens when you get a little older, Salty. I used to be that way. But after streaming for 13 years, I just sometimes. Other than being at a job, because that's one thing. Mm. Sometimes you just stop caring, depending on what the day looks like.
I hear you. This Aerodactyl is taking a long time to find, and because obviously we don't have unlimited time, the next Aerodactyl I see, I'll go ahead and take it, even if it's not level 8, and we'll just go for it. But I definitely don't want Granbull, because Granbull's special attack is very bad.
Well, there you go. You called this one out. See, it's not the 8, but I'm not taking a 6 to 4 strain. It's a little different. In Supercars, a little different.
Okay, stop hitting. Okay.
Okay, you made me nervous. You made me very nervous.
Yeah, I didn't think that would do that much, but okay, it's fine. So this might be not good, but we're going to name it Dad. Okay.
Oh, no. All right, by popular demand.
Dad is 2 stars, and he's not very good, but we're going to go ahead and try him anyway. He learns to move at 8, and we have some physical moves. So we have very high attack, but we're going to need to be very lucky in order to win here. So
for folks who need to know, Beat Up is banned, even if Shedinja does enter the equation. It's one of those banned moves, unless was there a different rule added for a single Pokemon beat up, Salty? I
think the community's actually like kind of reversed that because
really,
that's not a potion. That's a Pokeball.
Oh,
I don't think it matters.
Salty.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Oh, hey, look. He
Salty. What the? I have feelings.
He's a homie.
I have feelings.
Okay, so this
is
is a very interesting thing, actually, with the AI. Is Aerodactyl is rock and flying type. So the AI is actually seeing the rock typing and seeing super effective on Boomerang. It's not accounting for my flying typing. And that is just a Fire Red coding issue. That is not a smart AI issue, I think is what it is. If I'm remembering that correctly. It's one of those weird scenarios where you only really see this on Aerodactyl and Skarmory specifically, because they have a primary typing that is weak to ground, but then the second type makes him immune to ground.
All right, so somebody asked why is Beat Up banned? Because sometimes you have to carry an HM Pokemon in your party. At least historically, why has it been banned?
Yes.
And you just weren't allowed to get like multiple hits because you had an HM Pokemon.
Yeah, it's always been seen as you can't take advantage of moves where you get you can't use moves where you get advantage from your like party. And Beat Up was just kind of in the crossfire of that. But the community just kind of doesn't care because it's a really bad move even with one HM friend. So
yeah, I think the move that's in the spirit of that rule specifically, then that's why I asked you, Salty.
Yeah.
Assist is the one.
Assist is absolutely banned, though. Yes, assist is definitely banned.
Do you use that in competitive doubles at all? I assume not, because it's about combos, but I was just curious.
No, assist is more of like a it's more of like a fun move to use. It's been used before in competitive, but it's very, very sparingly.
Why did you call this?
What's up?
I'm sorry. Your name hit me, and all I can think of is this poor frog.
This is a name from a long time ago. My autopilot kind of turned on when I saw Politoed. I should have named him Frog, but
I'm thinking about poor frog. No.
Nice. All right, cool. We're out. Gonna be turning on Speed Up. Corsola AI really likes Grudge. They really like trying to hinder the opponent, so they like spam Grudge in some situations. This is one of those situations where smart AI is not that smart. So we're going to go ahead and speed up now and hopefully find a Pokemon better than this frog. Although this is not the worst frog in the world. It's a little slow.
So what I'm looking at here, the 0 out of 2, though, Salty, the 0 out of 2 moves.
Yes. So this is one of the big L's that Politoed has, is he only learns 2 moves through level up throughout his entirety of, being a Pokemon. He learns a move at 35, and I believe the other one's like 46 or something. I can double check that. 51. And that is not good. You want to learn moves because your moveset is, our moveset is far from perfect, so we want to learn moves as much as possible. Right now, a steel Pokemon completely walls us. So we're going to take a look. We're going to definitely look around, see if there's like a better Pokemon available in the wild. But there is a very real possibility we might send this Politoed because there's nothing better available. Because I would say this Politoed is quote-unquote runnable. Not my favorite, like I said. It's got solid special attack. It's got 2 good moves. But we're going to look for something a little bit better. If this Politoed learned moves, like a lot more moves, I would probably send this immediately. But because he doesn't learn a lot of moves, and the first move learned is at level 35, we're going to take a chance and look around a little bit. So, yo, what's up, Bobby? I'm holding up good, I would say.
Oh, there is Bobby. Yeah, well, we'll see Bobby a little later on in a couple months. Here on RNG with some blueprints or some blueprint stuff going on lately.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. I just talked to Bobby about it yesterday.
Cool beans. It's awesome.
Yeah. Got a great community here on Random Number Generation, though. Lots of stuff. And again, Salty, I do want to take the time before I forget to thank you for being on here tonight. Like, it has been an honor being the first host for you on anything GDQ. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for reaching out and the invite. It's cool. It's really cool. Pelipper. Chesto Berry.
What's the seed counter?
I think we're close to 30 on the segments.
Gotcha. Well, I was going to say 23,000.
Yeah, 23,000. Yeah, Romy's a viewer, and so they know what I'm at on stream, but they're probably wondering for this specifically.
No. We're just having fun here.
Let's see if Slowking has anything good, because Slowking at least learns moves, but Slowking has slightly worse typing, I would say, than Polysode. Just having a bit more weaknesses overall. Sorry, excuse me. Oh yeah, I can heal here. I always forget.
Well, that's the thing, though. Someone was saying this has been a good run, enjoyable playthrough. Ironmon, especially when consumed as a content thing, it's more about the journey than the destination, right? If you're only concerned about the destination, you're not going to have a good time watching or playing it. But if you take in the whole journey and you really take the time to laugh when things happen, or you take the time to cry even when things happen, you'll find that you find out a lot about yourself, I would say, for better or for worse.
100%.
What do you think about this, Salty? You don't have the stats, though. You just have the moves right now.
Yeah, I don't have the stats. I'm calculating what the bone meringue damage, and I can actually click here so chat can see too. Move power 100. It's about 15 to 20 attack, depending. Which I don't know if that's high enough. Oh, actually, it's level 5. I just realized this is level 5. Wait, that could be high enough. That moveset seems fine, and it loses the worst move. We know it loses the worst move because of where the order of the moves. So, for instance, if I transform into this Minun, we know what Minun would lose at level 10 because it's this top left move. It's Vine Whip. So Minun would lose Vine Whip at level 10. So that transform actually gives us a ton of information, which is pretty good. So I think I am going to opt for that Slowking. Its physical attack seems very, very solid, very usable. And it actually learns moves, and I like Bone Meringue. Bone Meringue is a good move. It is 100 power. It hits twice, 50 power each time, which gives you 2 chances to crit. It can miss, which is the downside, but I like it.
So I actually do have a question. This is actually the first thing that I legit don't know about this, of what we talked about tonight. You say there's smart AI. Does that also pertain to what moves are selected for getting moves and learning moves in terms of the wild Pokemon you catch?
No, the wild Pokemon is still random.
Okay.
We got a minus attack nature.
Do you know what I'm saying, though? Is it going to pick, the better move and get out the weakest move? Let's say they learn something at 6 and then you catch it at 8. That's what I mean.
No. It'll always lose the move that's in the top left. Oh, we have double protein here. So we're going to go ahead and pop these proteins. We're going to go ahead and send this Slowking. We got a very bad nature. This is the first time it's happened, actually, which is kind of surprising. This seems to happen a lot. But we have a bad nature. And what I mean by that... Okay, that's funny. So in Pokemon, there are... I'm not sure the exact amount of natures, but as you can see on here, trainer memo, it says modest nature. That means I have essentially a stat modifier that is boosting one of my stats and lowering one of my stats. In this case, I got the one that lowers my physical attack and boosts my special attack. And if you look at the little tooltip on the tracker, as you can see, my special attack is really bad and my physical attack is a lot better. So we got the worst possible nature. So, there's 25 total natures. Yeah, so this was an awful rolling another Slowking because, well, we know he's going to be faster than us because he has the same exact stats as us. And we know he has a super effective move for us. So, very unfortunate roll there, but it is what it is. We go back to the lab and we move on. We have 24 attempts on the GDQ segment.
That is actually unbelievable considering how much more it could have been.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing really well here, Salty.
Yeah, that's not really many attempts at all.
And again, I'm going to put down Salty's channel link here. Please be sure to give Salty a follow here. It's also pinned, but in case you don't see it, right here.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, we do a lot of this. We do a lot of this. I stream 5-6 days a week as well, and would love to see you guys come hang out if you're seeing me for the first time. But I see a lot of familiar faces from my chat, and I want to say thank you to my chat, my channel, my community, however you want to put it, coming in and hanging out and dropping a dolphin dumper or two. You guys are the goats. The goats. Well, for this segment, Euphoria, it's not many attempts. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I think this is like our first starter Pokemon today. Cool.
So what do you call Swampert typically?
I usually name it something in Spanish, but we're gonna name him Big.
Okay. I usually name him Shrek if it's male and Fiona if it's female.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Because it looks like a big ogre, right?
Yeah. Now, Swampert is a really interesting Pokemon in this challenge. He learns a ton of moves, much like Blaziken. Has very good typing, tons of resistances, but it is, however, double weak to grass. And having a double weakness is never good, because one big move from that type could mean, well, you're gone. Unfortunately, we didn't get that Swampert out of the lab, but I feel like that is the first starter Pokemon we've gotten today. Well, big starter Pokemon, because there's a lot of them.
Well, I find that when it comes to the double weaknesses, I think most of us that play Ironmon on a pretty regular basis, depending on like what the mon and the circumstance, we do accept it. Like, for example, I'm never disappointed to get a Gyarados.
Yeah,
like we all have our
absolutely.
Pokemon where we're like willing to take the double weakness. What's yours, Salty?
I mean, my thing as always, I'm like a huge Charizard stan in this challenge, because one thing that's really interesting about Charizard is the strongest rock move is only 75 power, which is pretty much equivalent to being just regularly weak to any type that has a base 150 power move. So, like, for instance, if you're weak to water, Hydro Cannon is 150 power, which would be the same power as a 4 times weak Rock Slide. So there are some quad weaknesses that are less detrimental than others. And I think Charizard is one of those Pokemon that his quad weakness doesn't really matter too much. And Swampert's is honestly fine too. Like I'll trade having one weakness for that one weakness being a quad weakness. It all just comes down to what the enemy Pokemon have at the end of the day and what you have to deal with that enemy Pokemon. So Elegant is just spamming conversion here. He's going to let us out. He's giving us a get out of jail free card here, which is very kind of him. So we're going to get another pivot chance here. Oh, yeah. If you're wondering, my favorite Pokemon is Executor. That's my actual favorite Pokemon. I think he's a goofy goober, and I like him a lot.
What version?
I prefer the Alolan one, actually.
Yeah.
I prefer the big, tall, goofy guy. Yeah. Big fan.
The good one.
S'more AI. S'more AI indeed. Yeah, they really like conversion. So there's some moves they just really like and they get stuck on, and conversion 2 is one of them. Imprison's one of them. Grudge. But, you know. My favorite for this challenge, Flareon is one of my favorites. I really like Ursaring in this challenge, actually. Ursaring is a Pokemon that has been very good to me. I seem to have very good luck with him. And so I like Ursaring. I like Flareon. I like any fire type, realistically. I love Magmar. All the fire types are my favorite for the challenge, realistically. Any excitement so far? We've had 2 Brocks. We had almost a third. The Espeon almost got there. Very close, very close. All right, so again, we can only buy Pokeballs and Repels at the mart. I like getting 5 extra Pokeballs before I go and like catch a pivot because sometimes you can just get really unlucky throwing balls. Oh, there he is!
Oh.
Yes, there he is! Finally.
I was going to say for this challenge, I kind of like Kingdra and Gengar.
Yeah, those are very good Pokemon. I like them a lot too. All right, we're getting Charizard. I don't care what anybody says. We're grabbing Charizard. He's my guy. This is the guy right here.
What do you name your Charizards?
I switch between Charizard. I switch between Lit. Sometimes I name him Dad.
Dad.
He's Dad, dude. I think on a Zard would be Peak. Yeah, I agree. Now, I'm not going to take the time to scout Charizard's moves right now because I have no special defense on this Poliwag, so I think it's probably just best for us to find a level 8 and then just chuck balls at him and hope we get lucky. So that's what we're going to do. The other thing I could do is potentially Water Pulse here and hope that he doesn't KO me. One thing, also, I could check its speed stats, see if he's faster. Okay, actually, we are faster than the Charizard. That is not good. It's really bad, in fact. But part of me doesn't care. Oh, I have a Smoke Ball. Okay. I'm catching him.
Yeah, that was a recent... you said you have a Smoke Ball, right? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a recent rule change, too, as far as I know. Because you're not allowed to carry a lot of items, mostly consumables.
Correct.
But the Smoke Ball enables you to run from anything. So that was a more recent add-on to Super Kaizo and Kaizo.
Yeah, this was a quality of life change recently to just help this pivoting process. Is to just allow Smoke Balls. So if you get a slow Pokemon out of the lab, for instance, you have some chance of pivoting to a new Pokemon. Ooh, we got Ampharos here. Now, this Charizard is not good. We're not going to be using this Charizard. Our moveset's bad. Our stats aren't very good either. Our speed is bad. So it's unfortunate because I love Charizard, but we're going to opt to not run Charizard. Especially knowing that there is a viable Pokemon in Ampharos in the wild here. Also, but right now I'm just going to check to see what the encounters are before I start scouting Ampharos. What I mean by scouting, just seeing what kind of moves it has, like testing its damage, etc. That's one thing this Charizard is good for, is this will be very good at giving us accurate damage calculations on the Ampharos. Smoke Ball makes our life a lot easier here. Forgot we had it. I even made a mental note when we were fighting in the lab too, but kind of blocked it out. If you're asking how a Celio is in the wild, this is a randomized challenge, so we can see randomized, like all the encounters of Pokemon are randomized. So you'll see Ampharoses, you'll see Charizards, Gengars, all kinds of stuff in the wild in this challenge. Bing. Oh, a second Smoke Ball. Nice. All right, so we're going to go for the Ampharos. From what I can tell, there's not really another viable Pokemon available. Hitmonchan is okay. But he's not like, he's very low tier, I guess is the best way to put it when it comes to this. He's just 455 BST is like really the floor. You don't really want to go lower than that. You're definitely looking for as close to 500 BST as possible. Legendary Pokemon are not in the wild, actually. You can run into pseudo-legendaries, which are like the Metagrosses, the Dragonites, the Tyrannitars of the world, but you actually cannot run into legendary Pokemon. Okay, now I'm going to start scouting Ampharos. I didn't want to scout a lower level one. This level should give us a better idea of how much damage it can do, which I do not necessarily like how much that Body Slam is doing. I kind of wish it was doing more. As you can see on the tracker here, it says it's attack stats between 8 and 14, which is not ideal at level 5. We would like that to be higher. But the special, oh, that was a crit though. Ampharos doesn't seem very good. That's not good. BST stands for base stat total, which is the amount of stats a Pokemon is assigned at the beginning. So I guess I'm actually going to scout Hitmonchan real quick because Ampharos' damage is not very good.
Yeah, the one thing that always turned me off about Ampharos, I don't believe Ampharos learns too many moves either.
It does not. No, it does not. It only learns 6 moves total. It's not the best at this challenge, but it is definitely viable, especially with its typing. It only has 1 weakness, being ground. So it is viable. But we're going to take a quick look at Hitmonchan, and honestly, if Hitmonchan doesn't seem good, I'm gonna probably send the Charizard. I know I said I wasn't gonna send the Charizard, but and this is how it goes sometimes. So even if an option isn't the best. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send Charizard, so I'm gonna slow down, let production get the audio settled, but one thing that's actually really cool about this Charizard is you may have noticed when we're fighting trainers, they have items. And I have this move called Covet. Now, Covet is a move that steals items. And we might just be able to pull off some funny plays with that. So let's see what we can do here. All right, not great, but whatever. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Okay, an apricot berry, not the best thing for us to find, but hey, it is what it is. It's better than nothing, I suppose. We're gonna go and use Ancient Power. Get a little potential Omni Boost there. Now, I don't want to miss Ancient Powers here against this Tentacruel, so I'm just gonna opt to spam Covet, because Ancient Power is not doing that much damage over Covet. I want to have a couple Ancient Powers in case the next Pokemon is weak to Rock, since the damage is like relatively the same. Double Slap to assert dominance. No, Double Slap is a bad move. So we're not going to use that. We're just going to use Covet. Slowly whittle down this Tentacruel. And there we go. Okay, love to see like a Fearow or something. A Fearow, lower BST, but weak to Rock. That'd be nice. But also gives good XP yields. All right, not quite. Ooh, that would be really bad. Yeah. Okay. I do have the full restore. I don't know if it's worth really using it here, but I could use it. I could. We'll see. Those smoke screens are biting us in the butt right now. We are not. Yeah, we are just missing. I think we're going to let Charizard go. So, it's your best 7 emotes in the chat.
Aww.
Missed 4 Covets in a row. He had it coming. He had it coming, man.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. The poison, like with a slow tanky Pokemon like that, the full restore is like essentially necessary to try and beat Brock. So I just wasn't willing to use it there. It is what it is. Do we escape the lab? 1 minute, good luck. Yep, that's one of my sayings. Now, we named Xatu the Big Chill, because I've never seen a Pokemon that chills harder than Xatu or Natu. They're just always big chillin'. Now, one thing I haven't really covered in the lab, I have mentioned that you can do anything to like escape the lab. You can use any item. But in this situation, I actually had Moonlight. So if Walrein let's say, didn't KO us in one hit, I could have actually used Moonlight to heal on the lap. But in any other situation, Moonlight is not allowed. Iowa. What did I read the chat when I was saying that. The lab is like jungle law. Like anything goes. Do whatever it takes to get out. Iowa, dude. We love Iowa. The Iowa slip, dude. All D white. Oh, you guys are ridiculous.
So, Salty, while we're wrapping up, we have about 10 minutes left in this showcase, thereabouts. Do you have any shout-outs? I want to make sure we give you enough time for that.
Obviously, we got to shout out IHPI. He is the creator of Ironmon. The community would not exist without Mr. I8. He is a good friend of mine, just a good person. Can't say enough good things about him. Shout outs to my awesome community for being here. For real. Like, we had so many people, like, tuning in. You guys have, like, I don't know, like, made the chat pop off so much. It's actually awesome and crazy. You guys are the best. Genuinely, like, make me feel like the biggest streamer in the world sometimes, and I can't thank you guys enough. Shout outs to my mods, absolute legends, always taking care of business, so to speak. Ishi, Belle, my closest friends, just for being like there for me, all that. And shout outs to you, Sky, for inviting me to do this, honestly. And the whole Ironmon community. We have we have the whole Ironmon community. We have thanks, Chikorita. We have a whole Discord. If you're interested in playing Ironmon, like, hey, Super Kaizo is a really stupid challenge. We know this. But there are easier versions of this challenge. There's Base Ironmon, Ultimate Ironmon, Kaizo Ironmon, and Super Kaizo Ironmon, and there's other spin-offs as well, like Survival and so on and so forth. So if you're interested in maybe giving this a shot, like, join the Discord. Seriously, it's super easy to set up. The Discord has it like a step-by-step process on how to get it all set up, get it going. Zach, oh yeah, shout outs to the tracker devs. This little thing next to the webcam. This is what we call the Ironmon tracker. Zach, Fell Shadow, Bastion, all them. They have done amazing things for the to make this super accessible, especially for the viewers. You know, you guys can see what moves I have, what ability I have, what my stats look like, just like that. And it's so convenient. It's so cool. So, all right, looks like we got one more lab escape here. And let's make it a good one. Let's do it. But yeah, I think that about does it, Sky. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, and go follow Salty Dolphin as well. That's true. That's true. That is twitch.tv/Salty Dolphin for folks on YouTube. That is youtube.com/Salty Dolphin as well. Same spelling. So yeah, be sure you show Salty some love. If you're new here and you enjoyed yourself, please give Salty some love. And remember, follows on Twitch and YouTube subs don't cost anything. You just click the button and that's it. You're good to go. So then when Salty goes live, you'll get notified.
Mm-hmm. I will take a moment, actually. I literally did a chat-created challenge. I mentioned it earlier in the stream. We're doing that on Friday. So we're going to be playing Super Kaizo, like, all week, especially if for the people that are interested in it. Like, we're going to be playing it all week, but we have, like, a literal chat-created challenge we're doing on Friday. Always try to get the community involved. That's a big thing I wanted to focus on this year, is just doing, like, more community-based events. And, you know, so definitely, like, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a really good time. Like, definitely going to be a lot of laughs for that as well. 2 Barocks total. We almost had a third, though.
Well, I'll think of you doing that challenge then on Friday. And well, I shouldn't say hopefully. I mean, it's a good thing if it happens. If I do end up doing the 24 hours, I'll definitely think of your more recent 24 hours.
Good luck. I just did one, and it is brutal. It's so taxing. It's so taxing.
It is.
Just make sure you prepare yourself mentally and physically. It's
I haven't done it in 13 years, but for a good cause, it's a good cause.
Yeah.
But you survive, so I can survive. And I'm only doing regular Kaizo. I'm not doing this. So.
Yeah. You got this. You got this. Yeah, you'll be on runs more often, which is nice. That'll help a lot.
Yes. I mean, you get like a couple long runs, and that's it.
Yeah. We have the Gorbis, which is not a bad mon. We also have this choke. This Machoke. Which isn't terrible. Like, he's actually kind of decent. He's got solid coverage here, and we have,
if
some good
only
moves.
he had Rockhead for the Volt Tackle.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I think what I'm gonna do.
That's another combo. Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do is go for the Gorbis. And how much time do we have left?
Say about 5 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, that should be. Ooh, Crawdon. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Crawdon? Okay, we're gonna run away real quick. Take down. That did 12 damage, 80 power. Okay, Crawdon's attack is okay. Got it. We haven't seen any Vileplumes, actually. Chat's asking about Vileplume because Vileplume is our nemesis. If we see Vileplume, we're allowed to KO it. So I think the plan here is we'll grab this Gorbis and we'll try and send it. If it's not good, hey, it's not good, but whatever. But we're, and I think that'll be a good way to like wrap it up. 18 to 20 on the Crawdon.
There's a question. Do we have enough time to explain what a horse is?
Yeah, anything with like 4 legs is pretty much a horse in the realm of my stream, at least. Chat was talking all day today about like what memes are we allowed to bring up and like all that. So
well, that was very considerate of y'all to think about that, for our appropriate audience here.
Yes. I pretty much like I wasn't really worried about it, but I said, chat, just don't be a ding dong. Don't be stupid.
That's all. That's all
we ask. That's all we ask. That standard Yoshi is not a horse. I think Yoshi is.
Oh, you just said that with a Super Mario World speedrunner in here. No, Yoshi's always a horse.
I think Yoshi's a horse. I think he is. I think he qualifies. You know what I mean? Like Kingdra is a horse. He's just a horse of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
And like Macargo is a horse because he's a car. So therefore he has horsepower, All right, Gorbis was actually a rare, which is annoying. All right, maybe Crawdon then? Or Swalot? Swalot's not run. Swalot's runnable. Swalot and Crawdon are both runnable Pokemon. Yoshi is horse adjacent. Yeah, agreed. Now, Fortress is not, I would say, is like okay in this challenge. He's got a pretty good typing, but he's quad weak to fire and his BST is fairly low. The problem with being quad weak to fire is fire moves are one of the more abundant types in the game. So a fire type weakness is a lot worse than a grass type weakness, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. All right, let's go ahead and Aurora Beam. Razor Leaf. All right, we're just going to throw a ball at this. Swalot is going to be our run here, our final run. And we're going to name him GDQ Finale. There we go. Is it any good, though?
Nah.
Not really. but
Nah.
I would argue it could be worse. Here we go. This is it, chat. I need your energy. I need your favorite emotes to give Swalot power here in trying to defeat Artisan Daniel, the first bug catcher. Here we go. Ooh, Razor Leaf is actually super effective here, but I am going to opt for Dizzy Punch first. Okay, swap to Razor Leaf. We'll see how much damage we get out here. Okay, nice. So you can see it did about the same. My physical attack is much better than my special attack here, so it didn't really matter what we picked here. Some Pokemon have like next to no special def. As you can like earlier when we had that Espeon that had no physical defense, for instance. That's why it's worth testing both defenses on a Pokemon sometimes. Sing? That ain't it, man.
Nah.
That ain't it. It's probably better than Feather Dance, but whatever. Oh, hey, I'm going to use that. Ooh, get statics. It's gonna, of course, it's gonna have the berry that heals it. Oh, it's a
Lumberry.
That's fine. Is it gonna rock again? No. No confusion. We gotta keep him alive. We gotta hold on. Oh no. I think it's over.
I think so too.
I think it's over, chat. Wait, do I get the confusion? Ah, GG. And there it is. I hope you all enjoyed Super Kaizo Ironmon. This was a lot of fun. I hope to see you around in some Super Kaizo channels. The Ironmon community is really welcoming. So, GG's. GG's.
All right. One last time, Salty, first of all, I'd like to thank you again for being here and doing this. This was a lot of fun. And please give a follow to twitch.tv and youtube.com/saltydolphin. Same for both of them. Thank you so much again for being here. It was fun sharing